This is I, Mr. Easy, and right now you're listening to none other than Sterling B. Worldwide.
Looking back at days gone by, Lord, you know how hard I tried. Precious moments that we share, nothing there to compare. Help me make a brand new start. Come on, mend my broken heart. Give my life to you again, and this time it won't end. Let my crying days be over, oh Lord. And the times that I was wrong, oh, I can't hold out any longer. In your arms, that's where I belong. You know how lonely life can be. Don't give up on me. Come ease the pain and set me free. Take me from this misery. All I wanna do is to give my heart to you. With a heart that's broken, don't give up on me. I've been down life's lonely road, traveled many painful miles. Was a journey filled with heartache. Thought I never survived. All my nights were long and cold. Anguish filled my empty soul. Looking back at days gone by, bring the tears to my eyes. When my crying days are over, oh Lord, and the times that I was wrong, I can't hold out any longer. In your arms, that's where I belong. You know how lonely life can be.
Bless you, bless you, bless you, bless you. Good morning, good morning, good morning, each and every one. Grace and peace unto you. I greet you in the mighty name of our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. But first of all, let me give honor and glory to the Spirit of God. Give honor and glory to the Lord of my salvation. Give honor and glory to God, the author and the finisher of my faith. He is truly an awesome God, and His grace and His mercies keep running after me. His grace and His mercies covers me each and every day that I live. And so I give thanks and I give praise unto His blessed holy name. Please, somebody help me to share this link. Please, someone help me to spread the word. Please, someone help me to just simply broadcast the program this morning. Please, someone just fill in the gap for me and do what you can. And so let us have a good time in the Lord. Father, I give you thanks and praise, honor and glory unto your most holy name. Father, anything that is unlike you, any obstacle that might be in the way today, this morning, I pray, God, you will remove it out the way. Go before me and do a mighty work. Go before me, Father, open the way. Go before me, Lord, and clear the way. Go before me, Lord, pull down and pull out everything that is unlike you. Anything that seems to present itself to create confusion, disarray, chaos, anything that is in the way to hamper or to stop the progress, the success of this program. I pray, God of heaven, that you'll remove it out the way. Move it out the way, oh God, and let your name be glorified and the devil be terrified. Thank you, most holy Father, for all that you do and all that you're doing. Even now, I lift you up and I magnify your holy name. Hallelujah. In the name of Jesus, I give praise and glory. Welcome to another segment of Sterling in the Morning. Usually I'll be on Sunday morning. Before I was on Sunday morning, I usually come on early in the morning around this time, 9 a.m., sometimes 11 a.m., and I would do Sterling in the morning. And life got not in the way, but life got busier. And so I had a few things that I had to do, and many times not 100% early in the morning. So my health at one point was just simply preventing me from coming on at the time I wanted to and how I wanted to. But I'm glorifying God, and I'm doing much better now. I'm feeling much better now. And so if you are mentally challenged out there, if you're experiencing challenges in your health, take some time for yourself and build back yourself, build back your body, build back your mind, build back your stamina, build back your integrity, build back your unction to function. And so today, as we embark upon this topic here, depression and mental health, I want to caution you and I want to let you know that this program is for grown folks. Or this program is for folks who are adults in their mind, in their character, in their behavior. You might be young in age, but yet you have an adult mentality. Your mindset is mature. So this is for a mature audience. And so let's give it a ratings of PG to R. All right? Is it a PG/R? All right? It can be PG. Okay? All right? So allow me to be myself today. Allow me to speak the truth. Allow me to be frank. Allow me to be who I am. Hello, somebody. This is Real Talk. This is Sterling in the Morning, Real Talk. Talk to the chaplain. All right? I'm here for you. Reach out to me at 917-455-3072. Use that number anywhere you are in the world. Reach out to me. The number on the screen also, 516-255-6747. Alternate number, 516-255-6747. 6747, the studio number. Once again, 516-255-6747. That's the studio number. Reach me on that number as well if you can. All right, so this is a very important topic. And this topic not only, or this, I should say, subject not only affects people of the world, but it affects people that are what we call Christian minded, or people that simply might be faith based, or people that might have some type of religious belief or background. You might be out there who practice a particular religious tradition, whether it might be of the Muslim faith, Catholic faith, Presbyterian faith, what you call it, all the other faiths out there, Hindu, it doesn't matter. You are affected by this that I'm about to talk about, okay? Let's see, 917-455, once again, 3072. That's the number to reach me if you're on WhatsApp. All right, if you're on WhatsApp, you can use this number, and it will connect you with me directly wherever I am, whether I'm in the studio or out of the studio. And so we're here today to talk about depression, or I'm here today to help you to understand more about depression. So many of you are going through depression and don't know it. You're not aware of it. You don't feel that you are. Some of you are in denial. So we want to look at it from mental health perspective. Remember, if you have mental health challenges or difficulty, reach out to someone. Pound 988, the number to reach. All right, pound 988. You can text that number or you can call that number, pound 988, and someone will reach out to you. Someone will talk to you. You can also reach out to me, Chaplain Sterling, 917-455-3072. You can reach out to me at that number. All right, 516-255-6747. Reach out to me at that number. You know, this topic sparked an interest with me this morning as I ponder and as I brainstorm what would I come on the air today and discuss with you, share with you, help you to journey in a more meaningful manner through life. And so as I was in a particular location yesterday, I was in an environment that was well lit in terms of lighting in the room. The room was very lit. Bright lights, the walls white and pretty, appliances in the room, refrigerator. We had in the room toasters, microwaves. We had chairs, tables, and a sink. And two ladies were doing something in that room. They were actually preparing breakfast. One was actually washing some things out. The other one was simply making or warming up her breakfast to eat. And I overheard because they were not speaking directly to me. But I happens to walk in the room after putting in my, what we call entrance code. I had to put a code, I had to type a code in the door because the door had a lock on it. And this seems to be a lounge or cafeteria room or I could put it that way, okay? And we have to use a code to get in the room as to keep others out. So it's not my design, not my setup. It's not my organization, not my place. I simply was just in the area at the time. So after putting my code in 1, 2, 3, all right, and the door opened, I went in. Lo and behold, I heard two particular persons speaking, and one said, I was so depressed yesterday. I was so depressed. And right away, my chaplain instincts kicked right in, okay? Like a spider instinct, yeah? All right. So my chaplain instinct just kicked right in as she spoke about being depressed and so forth. And I encourage her and let her know, I'm a chaplain. I'm here. You can always ask for Dr. Sterling, and you can find me anywhere, and we can talk a little bit. And we can help you, make sense of what you're experiencing in terms of your depression, feeling depressed, and so forth. Now, I'm saying that and I'm sharing that with them, but then I'm getting the feedback that they like, who is this guy? Why would I share any of my stuff with him? Why would I share anything with I don't know who this guy is. I don't know where he's, whatever. I seen him around, but I don't know him personally. And that's typically, and that's normal. And so sometimes you can read body languages, or you can read facial expression, or you can read when someone is feeling you, not feeling you, someone is hesitant, curious. You can feel those aura or those energy being given off, facial expression also. And so they were nice to me, or the particular lady she was nice to me. Yes, okay, no problem. I got you, sure. And, they're being nice and response back in a nice manner. And that's typically, and that's what a lot of people do. And when they are hit with the real loneliness, being like wanting to talk to somebody, the person who offered the help, they wish they had taken it seriously. They wish they had, to take some contact and write some number down, remember the person's name, instead of just brush it off like, sure, like, oh, please, am I going to call you and bother with you with my issue or with my situation? And that's how many of you are. Let's face it. Let's be real. This is real talk. Sterling in the morning. I keep it real right here. I'm not going to sit here and butter up things for you and try to, stroke your back and massage your shoulder and make you feel all nice and everything else. And it's just a superficial Band-Aid I'm putting on your ego. No, I'm here to talk to you in a real way. That's right. I'm here to tell you the real issue. I'm here to share with you the real cause. I'm here to share with you the real battle that's going on in your mind. That's right, because the field, the most common field, the greatest field is the mind. That's the battlefield. That's where the devil fights most of the battle with you. He fights for your mind. And if he can get your mind, he will really, really destroy you. So here, depression is a psychological thing. No, it's not just a psychological thing. All right? Depression, let's look at what it is. Let's first, but once again, remember, if you're having mental health challenges or any type of issues, simply pound 988. That's the hotline number that you can reach out and get some help, speak to someone. As for myself, right, a lot of times I speak to people that I don't know. Why? Because they won't take back my issues to anybody that I know. And that's what I usually do. I speak to strangers. I speak to people that I meet on the way. And that's the way I deal with my little stuff that's going on upstairs. That's whatever is troubling me, whatever is causing me to feel a certain way. I'll talk to people that I really don't know, or people that don't know other people that I know. And so there are times that you want to confide in your minister, you want to confide in your friend, you want to confide in your loved ones, you want to confide in a family member, and lo and behold, there are times whatever you share with them reaches other ears that you don't want. And so people have that fear. So right here, right now, let's put that fear aside. Whatever you share with me, whatever we talk about, whatever we brainstorm, whatever journey we travel on together, it is confidential. It stays with me. It's between you and me. It doesn't go beyond anywhere or go beyond the borders or go beyond, it stays right here with me. Your situation, your circumstances, whatever you're dealing with, whatever you're going through, whatever we talk about stays right here. It is all confidential. Privacy is the paramount most important of all. So feel free to reach out to Chaplain Sterling and let's have this discussion. All right. Now, I have many, many different things that I could talk about, many, many experiences, many different subject area aspect of it, subdomain, or you name it, that I can talk about, examples upon examples, all right, that I can share with you, that I can actually relate on to you. So we want to actually look at depression. And so depression is really a mood disorder. It's actually a mood disorder, number one, right? So let me simply go through what I basically put down or jot down or make note of depression as. So depression is actually a mood disorder that affects your how you feel, right? It affects how you feel. That's what we're talking about: feelings, emotions, how you think. We talk about the cognitive. We talk about the brain. All right. What else? We're looking at. Okay. Now, see if I can take. Hello. Good morning.
Morning, how are you?
I'm doing great. I'm doing fine. Thank you.
Are you sound so?
Well, I'm on the radio, I'm on the air, so thank you for calling. And I just need you to. Well, I'm here actually talking a little bit about depression, and I know depression somewhat bothers people that are, of Christian faith and people that are not. And so I'm not sure if you're calling because I'm on the air and I'm doing a program, and you're calling to contribute, but whether or not, I mean, you're here now, so I'm putting you on the spot because you're my friend, you're my good friend, and it sounds like you're doing something. So yeah,
I'm doing my breakfast.
you're doing your breakfast. You can't give me some, man. Give me somebody breakfast now.
I never know that you're on the air.
You do it, yeah, but now that's your call, and now that I'm on the air and you're on the air with me, I want some breakfast. What is it? Callaloo and fried dumpling with porridge, because I need you to help me out. If I'm feeling a little depressed, Sister D, don't you gonna help me out? What would you say? What?
But I know you're not feeling depressed right now.
How you know that? I am talking to you now.
If you're feeling depressed, well, I couldn't encourage you,
Yeah, how would you encourage me if I was then?
always get together with somebody, because when you're feeling depressed, it's not good to be alone. You get around with somebody like a group, or if you have like church members, and like sit
Mm,
and talk together, ask one another. They sit
mm,
and talk and ask one another, how they're feeling and what going through their mind at this
mm,
time, and people will get this sense of like letting out, ready to talk and tell others how they feel. And that will so help, when each other encouraging each other. That is so good.
when
And
each
that
other
is very
encouraging
important.
each other. So, I mean, you know, listen, we go through these emotions every day, all the time. Some of us, there are people that are just really needing some. I mean, how would you encourage somebody? Because it is always people saying, "Oh, let me pray for you, let me pray for you,"
No,
and it's like,
that's not alone. You can tell the other person, like you have a testimony. Tell the person what you're going through. Let the person know that they are not the only one that are going through that situation at that time that they are going through. For me directly, right now, like I lost my brother last week Sunday. My
yeah,
mom's son passed away. Just like that,
oh,
because
my
he don't really go to the
condolences.
doctor,
Yeah.
and he just find out how much he was sick, just like after Melissa, and
Mm-hmm.
then he passed away, because he never really go doctor. You know that our men don't like to go doctor, so most of them.
Mm-hmm.
So like me now, I'm going through a grieving
Right.
stage
Stay.
right now,
Yeah.
and I know it's not good. I might feel comfortable by staying by myself,
Mm-hmm.
you know, because sometimes you need a little lonely time in grieving. But
Mm-hmm.
I realize that it's not good. So how I'm encouraged, how I'm how I've been uplifted, is just by like other calling me and encouraging me and allowing me to know that these things happen, because most of them said yes, when Lazarus was dead, Jesus wept. So it's good to cry, you know but still yet there is a gap inside, like no one else can close that gap. No one else can close that gap. Like the woman at the well, nobody could close her gap. Nobody could see her scars.
Mm,
Even though some see her scars, they cannot dress it.
mm,
They could not fill that gap with nothing. It's only God, because people scorn her. But even though at that time when when she have so much scars and she feels so all alone, she
mm,
went to a place where she think, okay, this place I'm gonna be there just by myself, and I'm just come to do what I'm supposed to do. But to God be the glory, right there, Jesus was there.
mm,
Jesus was there when she never know that Jesus was going to be there. And instead of Jesus walk away from her scar, from her pain, from her shame, he was right there with
mm,
her, knowing that he is the only one that can fill those gaps, who
mm.
see her scars and turn it into mercy. Who else could do that?
Wow.
No one else. So
Wow.
with my grieving, with what I'm going through right now, I know I give God thanks for others that call me and encourage me, and I know how to pray. And even though I know how to read, sometimes when I'm doing the reading, it's like it's not going anywhere. I
Yeah.
read, but I just don't understand what I'm reading about, because my mind is not like fully grounded in what I am doing, or
Mm,
I'm not really stable of praying, like my mind is all over the place. But to God be the glory, when somebody call you and encourage you, it uplifts your spirit, you know.
mm,
And as I said, the word uplift me too. But sometimes I feel a little down. But to
mm,
God be the glory. I thank God for friends, and I thank God that I know who He is,
mm,
So I keep praying and I keep singing, I keep playing songs. And
mm,
that's what really keep me and finding something to do and not cruggling up under the sheet. If I never know God, I would
mm,
do that. When
mm.
somebody called me, I said, I can't talk now. I can't
Right.
talk now. But it's still hurt. It's still pain. People said
Mm.
it will go away. It will never go away. But at least I learned how to learn. I learned how to lean and depend upon Jesus. So
Jesus.
we can encourage others when they are going through their situation by calling, not praying alone, not praying with them alone, or reading the Bible with them. That's not alone. That alone cannot do it.
Right.
Talking and just telling others your testimony. Tell them that, you know what? I know someone that have been through this and still going through that. So don't be afraid. Don't be afraid to talk. Your testimony strengthen me. My testimony strengthen you. Nobody don't know the testimony that they have. It don't go to keep it in. Let it out. Let
Mm.
out your testimony.
Yeah.
David said, come taste and see that the Lord is good. Because what? David, God has done so much for David. So David can tell others about his testimony. So that's why he
Mm.
said, come taste and see
See,
that the Lord is
is
good.
good.
So there's so many
Wow.
ways we can encourage others by not
Amazing.
holding in what we are going through. Let it out.
Amazing, my sister. Amazing. You just encourage me as well, and so if I didn't know that you had death in the family, I just didn't know. But because you share it, now I know, and that's what it's all about. If we don't share, if we don't talk about it, if we don't tell someone, then you don't know that the other person don't know or didn't know, and that's why they didn't reach out to you or call you, because sometimes you are waiting and hoping that some you're like, why Pastor Sterling never called me, why they never, and look what I'm going through, and it's
Yeah.
like
You don't, because
you
you
don't
don't know
know
unless I tell it.
unless you tell or someone else tell, and that's another thing. Sometimes there are other people afraid to talk about um what you are going through because they are not sure if you are going to get upset. You know what I mean? There's some
Yeah.
people like, I don't want to talk their business, I don't want to tell their business because maybe I might mention their business and they get upset they didn't want me to tell nobody, you know. Yeah. So
Mhm.
thank you for sharing your breakfast with me. I can smell the red herring and the green
Just some
banana.
cornmeal porridge.
I was gonna say cornmeal porridge long time ago. There you go. You made cornmeal porridge this morning.
Yes.
Yeah? How you make the cornmeal porridge? With what? What you do making it?
I don't put a lot of stuff in it this morning. I just use my little some water and my almond milk. I love the almond milk.
Mm-hmm.
Almond breeze, that's the one that I really use. I don't sweeten my porridge with sugar.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry, and I don't put no condensed milk in it.
Mm-hmm.
And I just put my cinnamon and my nutmeg in it,
Mm-hmm.
and my vanilla, but I don't put no vanilla this morning. It finished yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
So
So
I
what
know it's not
nutmeg? You
gonna
don't put
taste sweet,
nutmeg.
but huh?
You don't put nutmeg in it. You don't grate a nutmeg.
Yes, I put nutmeg and I put cinnamon in it, and I use my almond milk. That's all I put this morning because that's what I have. So I
But
just use that.
what about little salt? You know, you have to stay away from salt.
No, I really stay away. I don't like to put the salt in it. Sometimes I do,
Wow.
but not all the time.
So what kind
Because
of
the
taste?
salt give it a little taste. Because if the salt loses flavor,
Yeah. I'm like, what kind of taste that the porridge they have?
it have taste because of the almond milk of everything. So that's
Oh,
why I said
oh
I don't use.
yes.
Sometimes I put the salt, but I don't feel like it
Ye-
don't bother me. But if I'm doing it for somebody, I will put more stuff.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the almond
Yeah.
milk, for those who don't know, have a sweetish taste to it. It have
Yes.
flavor,
Yes.
almond milk, right? It have
Yes.
that flavor in it.
Yes.
So if you don't put the sugar, which is one of my favorite ingredient, and the condensed milk, which is another one of my favorite
Yes. I don't
ingredient.
want those. Nah.
But if you do it without that and use the almond milk, then that can substitute for all that. Okay,
Yes, the
smart.
almond milk is a substitute for the condensed milk on the sugar.
And the
But if
sugar.
somebody else I'm doing it for and
Mm-hmm.
they're around me, I will ask them, do you want the condensed milk in it? Do
Mm-hmm.
you want the sugar in it?
Mm-hmm.
And other stuff, and stuff
Good.
like that. But for me this
Nice.
morning, I just feel like go with that. And that's
Nice.
what I do mostly.
Well, thank you for sharing. Thank you for sharing with Sterling in the morning. Real talk. Hey, listen, Sister D, I really appreciate you. My condolences once again. And
I
I'm glad
know.
that you call and I'm able to journey with you, if it's even for these 5 minutes or so. I really do appreciate you.
God bless.
So we'll talk again soon. All right, please let us
All right.
connect
God
again.
bless.
God
God
bless
bless,
you.
my
All
brother.
right.
God bless. Bye bye.
So, ladies and gentlemen, that's the way, as a chaplain, you really supposed to handle situations, and so many of you might be listening to the program now, maybe watching the program, and probably wondering what that has to do with the topic, that like the person. So when you journey with someone and when you listen to someone, you address their concern, you address what makes them happy, what makes them feel okay, by bringing out the positive, by bringing out something that will uplift them and not focusing so much on what's keeping them down or causing them, because they already express their feelings. If the person express the feeling already, you explore the feeling with them. Like my sister expressed that someone has, for her, a relative have passed away, and she expressed the feeling that she was hurted by it, feeling a certain way, and so yes, on top of that, you journey with her where that is concerned. You express with her where that is concerned, what she is feeling and what she is going through, and by exploring that with her, she's able to release that pain of feeling down or feeling depressed or feeling like no one care. Bless you. Good morning. Did I answer the call or not?
Good, good
Yeah.
morning,
Good morning,
Pastor.
Sister T. Bless you.
Good morning, Pastor. I was listening to the program of depression,
Yeah,
and
I know. I hope you're still listening to it.
yes,
We're on the ear together, but that's good. Amen. Go ahead.
I suffer and didn't know because I used to have good friends, and living in Queens. When
Mm-hmm.
they moved to Florida, they invite me. So I went to spend 2 weeks with them.
Mm-hmm.
And I was having a good time and everything. And when it was time for me to leave, when I was coming back on the plane, I just feel so sad,
Mm.
you know?
Yeah.
And then after that, while I was on the plane, I got another news that one of our friend passed, and I
Mm-hmm.
was feeling so sad. And when I came home, I didn't want to do nothing. I didn't want to work. I didn't want to go nowhere. And I'm saying, what is this, you know? And it's long after I found out that I was depressed, but I like, it
Mm-hmm.
was like I had a problem to depress. I don't know if it was because I was missing them or something. I
Mm-hmm.
just fell in depression. So after that, I found that I was depressed. And then secondly, I I have a daughter that don't tell nobody nothing. She
Mm-hmm.
kept everything inside of her.
Yeah.
And one morning they called me and tell me she she just got upset and blew out.
Mm.
When I say blew out,
Yeah.
she laid on that moving.
Mm-hmm.
And I tell them, call the ambulance. And when I get to the hospital, she was 10 hours catatonic, lay down there, not moving, just tears coming out of her eyes.
Mm-hmm.
And I said to myself, at that time, now I was a Christian. At that time, I was a Christian. So
Mm-hmm.
I went into the room, I shut the door, I had a bottle of olive oil, and I just talked to the Lord. I just rub her up and start speak to the Lord.
Mm-hmm.
When the doctor came in, I said to her, do you have Haldol? She said, yeah. I said, give her 5 milligram.
Mm-hmm.
She gave her 5 milligram of Haldol. When I went back in, I pray. And then my daughter jumped up. And she said, Mom, where am I?
Mm-hmm.
Where am I? Where am I?
Wow.
And she said to me, Mama, why am I this way? And then during that time, a lot of stuff was revealing because she was just going on. No, she started
Talking.
talking what
Mm-hmm.
was going on with her. All those things she kept deep down inside of
Mm-hmm.
her. I never tell anyone until she blew out. And then they came up with a thing that she had like oh you say no when she keep things in her and then she get upset she have like a disorder
Mm-hmm.
like a personality disorder they came up
Personality
with.
disorder. Yeah. Yeah.
Yes. But a mood disorder, they said mood
Mood.
disorder,
Yeah.
mood. But because she kept those things bottled up inside of her,
Mm-hmm.
and when I got involved, you know, I just tell her how. I took her to a doctor, and she said, "Ma, you got me put me in a psych ward to make me take away my child." I'm like, "No,
Mm-hmm.
we gotta speak to the doctor to see what the situation is." That girl haven't slept for one whole week, the doctor said. One whole week because she was so depressed she slept for one whole week. And when we do get her help, she came back around and now the doctor said, what are you doing? She said, no, I'm relaxing. I'm not letting nothing bother me. I'm taking time out for myself. I don't
Mm-hmm.
worry about anything anymore. The doctor said, keep doing what you're doing because you looks very good. Keep doing what you know. She do the same thing now. She don't take up nobody's problem. She don't worry nobody. She just, relax and do. But what I'm saying the same, people have to talk to somebody. There's
Mm-hmm.
somebody you have to trust to talk because when you keep these things inside of you, you can explode from
Right.
depression.
Mm-hmm.
You have to speak to somebody, tell somebody something. Because I was like that. I don't really tell anybody anything because I'm afraid they might repeat my business to somebody.
Mm-hmm.
But as I grow and I come to know the Lord, you
Mm-hmm.
know, you need to speak to somebody, in the pastor. If you don't want to speak to somebody, you can go to the pastor, the bishop, whatever, and speak to them, and ask them to pray for you and tell your situation. Because sometimes when you speak to somebody, it's better. You let out all that stuff now. And like the sister was saying this morning, I was listening to her when I in situation because I've come to know the Lord. I don't get depressed no more. I don't get sadder. I don't get those things because I take it to the Lord in prayer.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I like the song that said, take it to the Lord in prayer.
Prayer.
cast your burdens upon him, he said. So that's what I do. I play a song. I think, Lord, and I have a thing now where I just pray and say, Lord, I give it to you. I surrender
Mhm.
everything to you and I let it go in your hands. And I step away from the problem. I don't think about it because I am reading and everything, the
Mhm.
earth, the earth is the Lord's, and everything he on earth belongs to the Lord. He creates, he make it, he can fix it. Whatever
Mhm.
is broken, he can fix because he created it, so he can fix whatever is broken. But we have to go to him.
Yes. Yeah.
If you don't want to talk to somebody to
Mhm.
tell me your business, take it to the Lord in
In
prayer.
prayer.
If you don't
Yeah.
want to call somebody, dial Jesus.
Mm.
You know, and when you
Unfortunately,
talk,
not everybody can dial Jesus that
I know.
easy. I mean, the
I'm
unsaved
putting,
or the
yeah, I'm putting it
saved.
out there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's yeah, we could dial um the Lord, but the Lord then answers in various forms, and the Lord answers in providing an individual, providing an event, providing, he answers in these forms, and some people are not aware that these are the way the Lord is answering when you dial Jesus. You telephone to glory. He's always always available, even if you don't pay your phone bill. The Lord don't cut you off like AT&T and T-Mobile would do, but he keep that line open, and you can always reach him just about any time.
Yeah, it's
So
on speed dial.
yes,
It's on speed dial. It's on speed dial.
yes,
You-
yes, yes,
So a lot of
yes.
people do not know. They think, "Oh, I'm not a Christian." I want to put it out there. God said, "I came not for the righteous, but for the sinners to repentance." And a lot of people feel that Jesus is not
So
gonna answer them because they are sinners. No, God said, "I came not for the righteous, but for the sinners
sinners,
to
right?
repentance." And a lot of sinners out there living better than believers.
Yes, yes.
Live
Because
lot
sinners,
better
yeah,
than
yes,
believers.
you're right. Because sinners can call on him too. Sinners can dial that number if they desire to do so, and he will help them too. Yes.
Yeah, a lot of sinners are prosperous more than believers
Yes,
because
yes,
they might not be baptized, but they get up every morning and read their Bible and talk to the Lord.
yes.
They call upon Him.
Okay, I can understand that. I can understand that. But
Yes.
I wanted to ask you. I was wondering how you felt then at the time when your daughter was not opening up. I believe you say your daughter, right? Your daughter was
Yes.
not sharing things with you and was actually closing you out, and how you felt, and then now she got ill. That I mean, help me to understand what what kind
Okay.
of feelings you were feeling back then.
Because how I knew from she was growing up as a child, she never speaks to anybody. She never speaks. She never was always that kid. She was always that kid that never talks. Teacher called me
Mm-hmm.
one day to tell me, is she okay in the home?
Mm-hmm.
So I said, she's not abusing my home. She's okay in my home. We
Mm-hmm.
don't abuse it in there. My parents, which at the time was in my parents, my family,
Mm-hmm.
if she was well taken care of. The teacher said she come to school, she keep herself to herself. She don't talk to nobody, you know, and she always by herself. And
Mm-hmm.
even when she was growing up, she was always like that.
Mm-hmm.
She always liked to stay by herself in her own space. She
Mm-hmm.
always like that, and I never understood her. Even then, we talked to talk, but when she got sick, she started open up now.
Mm-hmm.
And I said to myself, the way I grow her, we close. Like, she close to my mother too. She could talk to my mother, and
But
she close. But I felt like she could have come to me.
okay.
She could talk to me. Because when I was going, the mother growing her up, I tell her, I used
Mm-hmm.
to say this to her, I'm your mother.
Mm-hmm.
I'm the one who love you and protect you. Don't go to nobody and tell them. Come to me and tell me. You can always talk to me because
Mm-hmm.
I love you and I'm your mother and I will protect you to the end. So
Mhm.
you can come to me. People outside would tell you wrong and encourage them, but I would tell you right. Come to me.
Mhm.
But I don't know, for some reason she never came to me. She never came to nobody. Everything is when some things she opened up to me. I was like, oh my goodness, she opened up
Mhm.
stuff to me when she got sick,
Okay.
and I like,
You
why
were
didn't you?
surprised. You were you were
Yeah,
surprised.
surprise.
Yeah. You were like
Because
feeling
first,
like yeah. Mhm.
first she told me that she got pregnant for this guy she really loved, and he disappeared. She
Mhm.
don't know if they kill him or what, but she never heard from her or seen him
From
again.
him again.
She tried to contact him, but then she had lost the baby, and I'm
Mhm.
like, oh my, this is happening. Where
Yeah.
was I
Uh,
when this was
and you
happening?
didn't know.
I
Wow.
didn't know.
Yeah.
And she kept that in her heart because she loved this guy so much.
Yeah.
And she got pregnant, and she lost the baby, and she tried to find, and she said she don't know if they kill him. He was
Mhm.
Guyanese, so she don't know if he went back to the country, they kill him, but she never heard from him again. And
Mhm.
that, she must have kept that in her heart for years. And I like, oh
Mhm.
my goodness, that
Yeah.
happened.
Yeah.
You,
Yeah.
that was the trigger of everything,
Yeah.
you know. So now I'm hearing this thing. I'm like, this is a girl I grew up. I when we was growing up, they used to come and sit on my lap, as big as they were. They used to sit on my lap.
Mhm.
They hug me up, anything. They used to even fight for my lap. And
Yeah.
I gave her choices. Not like
Yes.
I was a mother who I gave
Mhm.
her choices. Even when she was growing up, you couldn't buy anything for her. You had to
Mhm.
take her to the store to let she choose whatever she want. Because if you buy something and she don't like it, she would, until death she will not wear it.
Mm.
She's like that. So you have
Wow.
to. So I used to,
Those are
talk to her, encourage her and do. But
so those yeah. So
I don't know.
those were
She
your
got,
happy times. Those are happy
yeah,
time with her.
yes,
So
with her.
when she
So
was holding back things from you, it wasn't such a good feeling. You had,
it was a good
negative.
thing because I
Yeah.
could have talked her through it. I could have helped her through it. But certain things she didn't tell me. But if she
Mm.
needed like funds, that ma,
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm short and all that, she'd
Yeah.
tell me that. And I would
Yeah.
say, come over, come get the funds you
Yeah.
need.
Yeah.
Ma, what you got over there? I'm coming to shop in your closet.
Yeah.
Stuff like that. But things like personal things like that, I wanted to know that.
Yeah.
I want
Well.
to know that
Well.
I want to know that part. 'Cause if you met somebody that you were so interested in, and then you got probably you lost the baby, and then
Yeah.
you couldn't contact them no more. You know if they died or they was living.
Right.
I would have loved to know that,
Mhm. Yeah.
because that was in her heart for you, because that was what, when she got sick, that what came out of her.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, listen,
And
I appreciate you for sharing all of this because it helps someone out there. There are many people right now who are going through exactly what you're talking about in some form or another. Maybe not exact, but there are mothers out there who have daughters out there who fall in love with someone with uh,
yeah,
a male in particular, and the male many times use them and they never listen to mom, and that's what it was for you. Most mothers today, if you are fortunate that your daughter listens to you and follow exactly what you say, that's great. But there are many mothers out there where the child is just not listening to them. Mothers know best, but the child is figuring, mother don't know what I want, what I like, and therefore a lot of time the child makes uh, wrong decisions or bad decisions, and experience negative experiences. Their experience become negative. So yes, my sister, thank you for sharing this morning. Please do continue to listen, and please do call again. Just love talking with you all. I appreciate you. All right.
all right. Have a blessed one, and thank you.
Thank you. All
God
right. So
bless.
keep listening. All right. So folks who are listening out there, the number to call 917-455-3072. We thank you, Sister T, for sharing your experience with us right here on Sterling in the Morning Real Talk. That's what this is all about, folks. Real talk right here. Call, speak to the chaplain, talk to the chaplain. Let's talk about some of the things you have experienced, maybe some of the things you are experiencing now, going through now? Because here you are, Sister T, experiencing great joy. How is it with your daughter now? Your experience with
Okay,
your daughter now?
and
No,
then again, now with her now,
she's grown now. Yeah.
she go now, and then what I must say, you know, even when she was a grown woman and she got pregnant, when she was grown now, past 20, and I was going away, and she said, I buy clothes for a little girl, and she
Mm.
said, Ma, buy that for me. I said, why? She said, Ma, why don't you give me that? I'm like, why am I giving you that for? You don't need that. She said, yes, I'm expecting 4 months.
Mm.
Like, what? I said, you lying. I said, you lying. Stop playing with me. I said, stop playing with me. Stop playing with me.
Yeah.
So no, I went, but I was going away. So I said, stop playing with me. You don't need
Yeah.
it. And then I went away. When I came back, it was really true,
Mm-hmm.
you know. But I'm saying to myself again, why couldn't you come to me and tell me? Why she have to
Ah.
tell me like that?
Okay.
You know?
That's
Because
telling
Ma,
you.
you know, Ma, I'm pregnant. You have to say, Ma, give me them
Lord.
clothes. I need them
Yeah.
clothes. You know,
Yeah.
I thought you need them the clothes for this so they got a
Yeah.
little child. So, you know, so I'm saying to you, they so I don't know what is it about them, what they think you're gonna tell them or
No,
what, but you know,
but
yes.
that's telling
You
you
know
they have their
when I
own life
found
to
out,
live. What's wrong with you? They have their own
and,
life to live too. They
right,
have
and
their
then
way. They have their way of doing things. Their way of doing things don't have to be your
yes,
way.
I'm like, what is this? So I didn't believe her because she never looked nothing like that. So I said,
Okay.
I didn't believe her. So I
All
said to
right.
her, stop lying. You know, I'm leave. I was. She told me when I was going away to Florida. So when I came back, it was really true. And then we shared with her. We all the way to the journey. I journeyed with her with that child. And then the thing about it now, she said, "Ma, me and this guy real together. We want to get married." And I
Hmm.
took her. That was the happiest part of the life. And
Okay.
I took her to shopping. I took her to the bridal store, and we shopped together for the wedding dress and everything she needed. I shopped for
Hmm.
everything for her, so that was my greatest spot in that.
Yeah,
But
that
you know, I
made you
buy everything
happy.
for her to get married and everything. You know, that was the happiest time. And the funny thing
Wonderful.
about it, I said to her, "Do you want a big wedding?" She said, "No, ma. I just want something simple." And the
Mm.
thing about this wedding here, I didn't print an invitation. I didn't invite a lot of people. And the amount of people in that church, the
Mm.
amount of people that came, and the
Mm.
amount of people that, and she said, "No, ma, I didn't want a reception. I just want to get married." And
Mm.
while I was in the church, somebody called us and said, "Come on down for the reception." They planned the
Mm.
reception. We never even know they planned the reception. When
Yes.
everybody left the church, it's a good thing that morning the Lord spoke to me and said, cook some food so when they come up, you can give them. I had a big pot of curry goat, big giant pot of curry goat, big pot of rice and peas. I had bought a cake, a wedding cake. I just bring everything down. And Bishop, everything went on and we never planned anything.
Mm.
We never planned, we had a big reception, which I didn't even plan. A
That's
friend
fun.
of her husband, 2 years old, had planned that. When they
Mm-hmm.
go to school, they was going up since they two. He had that plan. We had a big church wedding, a big
Mm.
reception, and I didn't plan. I didn't even print one invitation.
Mm.
So you see, but that was the happy part of it. And you know, the boy mother was so happy. I didn't know a 6 year old woman could dance to the floor and dance back
Mm.
up. So
Amen.
that was the happy time.
Nice, nice.
You know.
All
So,
right.
but
That,
now
yeah.
she's the same. But now she's the
Mm-hmm.
same thing as she is. She don't really like to tell nobody nothing. I don't know. She
Mm-hmm.
think they're not gonna approve, and I think she don't like to hear the word no. I
Yeah.
think that I found out she don't
Mm-hmm.
like to hear the word no.
Yeah.
Well, I think
Yeah.
she grew up. She was the only child, and I think somewhat my mother too. I
Yeah.
spoiled her. I think she grew up spoiled. I
Yeah.
think somewhat she grew up spoiled too.
Yeah.
And she don't like to. Some people don't like to hear the word no. They can't deal with the
Can't
word
deal with
no.
no. Yeah.
So they rather and they doubt themselves too. Like
Yes.
I might ask this, I said no. So why tell her why I ask her? Blah blah blah. She might not give me. They doubt themselves.
Yeah.
When Lord said, "Seek and ye shall find;
Fine.
knock
Knock
on the
and
door
you
shall
shall.
open; ask and it shall be given."
Mm-hmm.
You know. So now I just call to her. I just deal with her how she is now. If she tells me, I encourage her, and then I just talk to her. If she tells me, I encourage her. And if she don't tell me, I just speak a word of encouragement. I text a word of a Lord's Prayer. I encourage her with the word of God, and I'm praying for her that one day she'll give her life to the
Mm-hmm.
Lord.
Yeah.
You know,
All right.
yes,
Appreciate
yes,
that. That's
yes,
the yes, that's the ultimate goal, ultimate blessings. Appreciate that so much. All right.
yes.
Thank you again for sharing
Okay.
on Sterling in the Morning Real Talk. And thank you
Mm,
for talking with the chaplain. God bless you.
okay,
Enjoy the
thank
rest
you.
of your morning, and your day will be a fantastic day in Jesus' name.
Yes,
Keep on
mm,
listening and
mm, mm.
share the link with somebody, right? You got the link, just send it to your friends and contact in your phone, and let them chime in at their own will. All right? Bless you.
Have a blessed day. Bye-bye.
All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, we want to thank Sister T for calling in and sharing that, talking with the chaplain. That's right. It's Sterling in the Morning, real talk right here. Talk to the chaplain, somebody. 516-255-6747, as I journey with you, explore with you what you are going through even today, and maybe what you have been through already in life and still trying to make sense of it. 917-455-3072 on the WhatsApp platform. So I'm here with you. Share the link on sterlingbworldwideradio.org. Thank you all for locking it in. Those who are on Alexa device, we glorify God for you. If you have an Alexa device in your home, or if you don't have one, get in touch with me so I can get you an Alexa device. You desire to have an Alexa, please get in touch with me, and so I can help you get that Alexa device in your home. Once again, it's Real Talk right here with Sterling in the Morning. And so we are broadcasting live on various platforms simultaneously. We are on Twitter platform, and that's x.com. We are on there at Sterling underscore Byron. We are on YouTube channel, and that's Minister Sterling B 4499 on the YouTube channel. Subscribe so you can know when I go live. Thank God for those of you who are locked in various different locations. All right. So once again, if you need an Alexa, or if you have an Alexa, just simply say, Alexa, enable Sterling B Worldwide Radio. After Alexa enables Sterling B Worldwide Radio, you just simply say, Alexa, play Sterling B Worldwide Radio. And that should get you up and going. We're also on the iHeartRadio platform. I want to thank those of you on iHeartRadio. If you use the iHeartRadio app like I do, I use it in my car when I'm driving, when I'm traveling. I simply connect my phone to the system, and I use the app iHeartRadio and listen to Sterling B Worldwide Radio. All right, those of you on Facebook platform, I appreciate you locking it in. Sister Hazelin on Facebook platform, I noticed you were there with me. I'm not able to monitor all these platforms at the same time, but when I was on Facebook checking it out, I see you there, Sister Hazelin. So thank you for locking it in on Facebook, and a couple of others of you. Those of you on YouTube channel, thank you for locking it in with me on YouTube. I'm not sure who is on YouTube unless you text me, then I will know who is on YouTube. But nevertheless, I'm grateful for each and every one of you this morning. And so we continue the journey right here. Let me see what else is going on here. What else? Not that, but this. Some of you are texting me on, and my text on YouTube was off. So let's see who is on YouTube. We got Alex from Kenya was on. We got Pauline Casanova was on, and what is that? YouTube channel there with me. Who else we got? Fred Persing was checking it out on YouTube as well. We got Evangelist Donnet Young was on YouTube checking it out with me. So I greet you all in the precious name of our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. And so as we continue the program right here, depression is serious. And so like I say, you know, some of you are going through depression, experiencing depression and not knowing, just like my sister shared earlier. And so it's a time when we need to be aware. We need to have self-awareness. All right, self-awareness. And depression is negative. Depression is actually a negative feeling that you will have, and it affects your feeling, it affects your thinking, it affects your perspective of the world, how you see the world. And guess what? Depression many times comes in various forms that you don't even know sometimes, when you are being depressed, and how it comes and what causes it and so forth. So how does depression manifest itself? You need to know how depression manifests itself. How can you identify and know that you are depressed, and that you are not really functioning at 100%? Because there are signs, but so many of you don't understand the sign. And so let's help you to do that. Let's help you to identify some of the signs. And one of the most common sign is mood swings. You have mood swing. 1 minute you're up, another minute you're down. 1 minute you're feeling okay, and another minute you're not feeling okay. We'll talk about the causes a little later on. And the causes are common. It doesn't matter where you are in the world. You will experience the cause of depression and why people fall into depression. And so mood swing is one of the signs, okay? So mood swings, it's really dealing with your feelings, right? Mood swings, it's really, sometimes you feel good, sometimes you feel okay, sometimes you just feel sad. You feel sad for no reason at all. And you just can't understand why you're feeling sad, and you start to think about things, and the more you think about certain things is the more it makes you feel sad. And so withdrawal is another sign. When someone is withdrawn, isolating themselves, self-isolation, right? They are experiencing negative feelings, negative thoughts. They feel that nobody loves them, nobody wants them, nobody wants to talk to them, hear from them. Someone is tired of hearing them. Nobody will understand what they are saying, so they don't want to talk. They just withdraw, lock themselves in their room, and simply just bury themselves into themselves. So they becomes not so much introvert, but it goes beyond just being introvert. They have become withdrawn, and isolation starts to kick in. And that's a strong behavior to observe. When someone is isolating themselves from everybody else and from everything else, they are going through depression. And many times people will not admit that. They would just say, leave me alone. I don't want you to trouble me. I don't want you to bother me. Sometimes they will say, listen, I can't deal with you right now. I'm going through too much stuff is bothering me. Let me be alone. I just want to. And so sometimes you have to find a way to reach that person. You have to find a way to reach that person. Be nice. Maybe you can buy them, something that they like. Find out something that they like, and buy them that stuff, or take them to somewhere that they like, and you can open up a discussion with them, right? First, you got to meet them where they are, find out what they like, so that you can break the ice. And that's what it's really want to be, breaking the ice. Don't be insensitive. You start to make joke and try to say, oh, I don't know what's wrong with you. I did all of this for you. Oh, I give you everything you have. Oh, I do this. That's no. Back up. Hold your horses, mama. Hold your horses, papa. Draw back all and pull up. Come again. Because that's how a lot of your people come off, man. Y'all get that way. This is real talk. Like I say, we're talking about R-rated talks right here. Maybe a little bit of PG, but we're talking real right here. You understand? Y'all be getting so aggressive. In times like these, there are times these persons need somebody to identify with them, to understand what they're going through, and to know that even though they are saying what they are saying, they don't really mean it. They're just saying it because that's what they're feeling inside, feeling like, I want to be alone. But they don't really want to be alone. They're just saying that. But it's not that they really, really want to be alone. They want you to find a way to reach them. And many times, just making cornmeal porridge. That's right, Sister D. Just making cornmeal porridge, and that can reach the person. Just fry some dumpling. fry some dumb, cook, do something that the person like. Take the person somewhere where they like. Do that, and you will break the ice and open up that conversation. So there are times another sign of depression is when someone not wanting to do anything. They don't want to do nothing at all. Lord have mercy. They don't want to do nothing in the house. They don't want to do sometimes eat. They don't want to eat much. Although you can have the opposite of that also in terms of eating. When someone is depressed, they can eat a lot, as well as someone who's depressed might not wanting to eat. So it can go both ways. So you got to watch that. If the appetite is off balance, or if they are eating more than they normally used to eat, or if they're eating less than what they normally used to eat. So you want to be aware of that. All right. So their eating behavior can be a sign, or okay, give you some warning. Talk. They don't want to talk. When a person really don't want to talk, and here's it. You want to talk, but they don't want to talk. That's different. Okay. So don't get that mixed up. Don't get it mixed up that you are a talkative person. Oh, you can't shut up, man. You can't stop for no. That don't get it mixed up. When a person don't want to talk and they hold their head down and they like, you ask them something, they don't really answer, or they answer under their breath like, and they brush you off. They're avoiding conversation. If someone is avoiding conversation, not that you are bringing up a particular topic, someone who's avoiding politics chat with you, no. That's what we're talking about here. Okay, so we got to identify that. Now, let me see what else we can identify. They don't feel like calling nobody, right? Feel like calling is on the same thing. Okay, I'm not calling nobody. I'm not calling nobody whatsoever. My phone is off. You sometimes you're trying to reach people. You're calling, and you can't reach them. Right? I thank you. My Georgia friend is here with me, Serena. You're calling. You leave voice note. You text, and they're not answering. They are alive. They see your text. They hear your call. They hear the voice message, and they are not responding to it. That person can be in a form of depression. And if you're able to visit them, or to go and knock on the door and to see how they are doing, that's good to do. I mean, I'm speaking from experience. I'm not saying that this is what I experience, but I'm saying I know people who have done this. I know people not to. All right. This is Real Talk, Sterling in the Morning. Welcome. All right, let me not hold back. I'm a guy. I have no shame to my game. So let me relate to you. Yes, I have one of my sister who is like that at times, right? Her phone is working, she's whatever, and you trying to reach her, mom trying to reach her, she's not answering, she's not doing, and so sometimes I would reach out to her, and then she would, answer and let me know. And she's glad that me called, glad that me I talk to her, glad that me I reach out to her, glad that me, and she'll talk about things from yeah, talk about things how people treating her now, talk about things how she not feel like so in the family and family member, and she'll talk and let it all out. So sometimes they not wanting to call you doesn't mean that you should not call them. And don't feel that you are, because sometimes I feel by calling people I'm bothering them. Sometimes I feel that way. If I'm like, and there are times people just want to get a phone call. They just want to know that somebody out there really care about them. Someone out there is really reaching out to them. Someone out there remember them. I kid you not. Some ministers get too much calls, but there are other ministers get no call at all. You know what I'm saying? There are some ministers get called like crazy, and they don't answer their phone. They turn their phone off. They let it go to voicemail because they're always getting called from, and they got overwhelmed at time. But then there are other ministers wish that one of their member would call them and say, hey, what's up, Pastor? How you doing, Pastor, today? Yes, they wish they could get a call from some of y'all. and they've been pouring out their hearts to you, but they too sometimes fall into temporary depression. Hello? You're a minister and you fall into temporary depression and you don't even know that you are. You don't even know that you are experiencing depression because you don't understand the signs. You don't. So I'm here helping you to understand that, okay? So get up. Let me see. You don't want to get up out of bed, right? You don't want to get up out of bed. That's another sign of depression. You just keep, it's time to get up, you turn. It's time to get up, you turn. It's time to get up, 1 more hour. It's time to get up, give me half an hour more. And before you know it, you're in bed all day, twisting and turning, not getting up, not doing anything. You know another sign of depression? Not getting out of your bed clothes. Lord have mercy. Another sign of depression, you not getting out of your nightie, your pajama, your sleeping wear. Yes, you're not getting out of it. You can wear that sleeping. You wear it to bed. You wear it to dinner. You wear it to the store. You wear it to the... You in this outfit over and over and over and over, you are experiencing some form of depression. Hello? Y'all didn't know that, right? Y'all didn't know that. You ain't... Listen, the only time you take it off is when you decide to wash it. When it's too dirty, you got mango juice stain. You got carrot juice stain. You got ketchup stain. You got mustard stain. You got water stain. And you're not taking that outfit. You're not taking that nightie off. You're not taking that robe off. Lord have mercy. Am I touching somebody? Yes, sir. You are in that night clothes, day and night. You don't want to change it, all right? And most of it, you don't want to get up out of the bed at time. When it's time to get up, you don't get up out of the bed. So those are some signs. And I'm quite sure there are a lot more signs, because, listen, your feelings, okay? Your feelings is very key, very emotion. You can be very emotional at times. Someone who's depressed can be very emotional at times. They can experience, they're sensitive, so to speak, right? Someone who is depressed is very, very sensitive as well. Oh, boy. There's so much to go into. So, talking about your feeling is important, because your feeling is what helps the mind to generate good enzymes, positive enzymes. All right. So your thoughts, okay, your thoughts, very, very important. The Bible tells you, think on these things, whatsoever good, pure, whatever. But there are times your thoughts are not thinking on good things and pure things. Your thoughts are stuck in a particular place. You are stuck in a particular place. And then your actions. So depression has to do with your feelings, has to do with your thoughts, has to do with your actions, or lack of actions. You don't act. So let's explore feelings some more. Explore feelings. What are the feelings when we talk about the signs of depression? Mood swings, withdrawal again, like I said, right? Isolation, right? Not wanting to do anything. Not wanting to talk, not wanting to get out of bed, not wanting to change your clothes and so forth. So these are some feelings that you will experience as a sign of depression. Yes, your child, no matter how old or how young they are, they express these signs. Watch them, observe them. Your thoughts, right? How is it that your thoughts affect you when it comes to depression? You're always thinking negative. You're always assuming things. You're always saying things that was never said. My goodness. Mama used to say, get up and dress up no matter what. That's easy for mama to say, and that's back in the old time day. Mama going to tell you that, Sister D, right? Mama going to tell you that, get up and no matter how, get up. And sometimes they throw water on you in the bed to get up out of the bed, not understanding that you are fighting depression. not understanding that you are in a place of withdrawal, don't want to get involved in anything, don't want to do anything, don't, if you, Lord have mercy, let me behave myself. There are times you have a particular woman who always do things around the house, and all of a sudden you just notice that she's not doing nothing no more around the house. Hello? She's going through some depression. She's going through some type of withdrawal. She used to tidy up the house, fix up the house, do all these things, and now all of a sudden you see that she's not doing it. What does that mean? She's going through some depression. She got some stuff bothering her, and she just don't want to tell you about it. She don't want to talk about it. She don't want to share it with you. But deep down within, if you care, you'll try to get her to bring it out. You'll try to get her to talk about it. And there's sometimes when you try to talk to the person about it, the person might snap at you. And then you don't take it personal. Sometimes we take it personal, But is when you care, you're going to reach out to the person. If you don't care, you're just going to let the person be. Like myself here, listen, if I don't care about you, I don't care about what you're thinking, I don't care about your well-being, because, listen, I'm not being benefited by caring. You don't care about me, you don't whatever. And many times we take that stand. Hello, can I speak the truth? Yeah, can I be real? All right, real talk right here, right now, right? Okay? There are times that you just say, listen, you don't care about me, I don't care about you. Hey, we do that. We do that all the time. You're not thinking about me, I'm not thinking about you. And so your thoughts sometimes can lead you into depression in this way. You are obsessed with an individual. You're always thinking about the individual. Day and night, you're thinking about the individual, but the individual is not thinking about you. That can lead you into depression. And so when we talk about action, lack of action, and so forth. So once again, let's recap a little bit, right? So when it comes to depression and feeling, we're talking about feeling sad. We're talking about feeling irritable, jumpy all the time, right? You're jumpy, you get angry at things all the time. Leave me alone, don't bother me. Or you're like a tick on a dog. You're like a flea, and you're like, right? You feel empty, you feel hopeless. So let's talk about that, feeling empty and feeling hopeless. And that's where we know that Christ can fill the vessel. Christ can fill what's empty. And that's why we pray, and fill my cup, Lord, I lift it up. So you sing these songs and you pray, and that will help to fill that emptiness. And so there are a lot of people out there who are empty. There are a lot of people who believe in God, but they are empty. And they say empty vessel make the most noise. That's why you see them make so much noise, because they are empty and need to be filled. Hopeless. Have you ever feel hopeless? You just cannot help yourself and you feel hopeless. You can't help yourself. You don't know what to do. You don't know which way to turn. You just feel hopeless. Like there's nothing you do seems to go right. Oh God, come on. I don't want to cry. I don't want to break down right now. Lord, hold me strong. Yes, you feel hopeless, like many people today who are feeling so hopeless today. Oh God. Hey. All right. So there's so much. Losing interest or pleasure in activity you once enjoy. Oh gosh. Hey, are you with me, somebody? Losing pleasure or interest in what you used to enjoy. That is serious, That is serious. All right, and I'm going to leave it right there, because some of you are not, I'm going to leave it. Can we be real right here? This is real talk, Sterling in the morning. This is PG. Some of you don't want to go out anymore. You don't want to go out of the house anymore. Remember, you used to have me time, or you used to have date night, or you used to go out for breakfast. You go out for breakfast with your friends. You go out for breakfast with your family member. You go out for breakfast with your spouse. You used to go out for breakfast. You used to go out for dinner. You used to go out to the movie. You don't want to do all those things no more. You don't want to go to an event no more. I used to shut down when things bothers me, but God helped me through this phase of my life. That's right. Yeah. Shut down the time. You become introvert. You become isolate. Yeah. Shut down. Isolate yourself from, from things. So there are persons here who you lose interest. Right? You don't want to have sexual. You don't want to have sexual behavior, sexual activities no more. Let me keep it a little. I don't like to be sometimes too. But yeah, you used to enjoy your partner. You don't enjoy your partner no more. You used to enjoy cuddling. You used to enjoy kissing. You used to enjoy touching. You used to enjoy walking across the street, holding each other's hand. You don't want to do all these things no more, right? I mean, there are other reasons why, but when we talk about depressed, when you're depressed and when you're out, don't bother me. Leave me alone. Don't even touch me. You know what I'm saying? The man, and gentlemen, be careful. If there's any man out there listening to me, if you're married and your wife says leave her alone and you force yourself on her, be careful, okay? Be careful where that is concerned. Lord help me. I'm talking to some brothers out there today. Be careful, not because the Bible tells you that her body belongs to you and your body belongs to her. That doesn't mean that the other person can come and take whenever him or she want. You know what I say? They come and take them, help themselves. When you cook the food in a pot and they come and take whatever they want out of the Lord. I'm talking too much foolishness now, right? Y'all pick sense out of sense, right? Pick sense out of nonsense. Pick sense out of what I'm saying, right? You get what I'm saying? I'm putting a little humor to it. I'm putting a little whatever to it. But truth be told, right? There are individuals today who feel that because you are their wife, they are entitled to you any and any time, and you cannot say no. And if you say no, they are entitled to take whatever, however, by any means necessary. There are men out there who are like that, and there are women out there who are like that. Am I speaking the truth to some? Lord have mercy. Y'all not going, oh my goodness. I wish, anyway. Yeah, so there's so much here that I could say and go into. I want to do a part 2 where we talk about the overcoming. We talk about ways of overcoming, ways of dealing with of the depression. So many times depression will be caused by news. Depression can be caused by bills. Depression can be caused by relationship, relationship bad or not going the way you really wanted to go. I'm rushing through it now, but I really don't need to finish this per se. I need to still take my time, but the causes of depression is bad news. The number one cause of depression, bad news, right? This is real talk, not shop talk, not shop talk. Not shop talk. All right, sis. Yeah, this is real talk, right? So there's so much more that I can go into, but ooh, Lord. Let me take my time. Bad news, right? TV news. One of the things, TV news. Death in the family. Your man, right? Your man. Hear what I'm saying, somebody, right? So, family. When we talk about family now, we talk about news. We're talking about news right now. Bad news is one thing, right? You hear bad news. Someone dies. Someone this. News on the radio. News on the TV. You get up every day and you feed your brain with this ABC, NBC, CBS news, right? Channel 11 news too. What is initial for channel WPIX or whatever, right? You fill up your brain with this bad news. Every day you get up, you're listening to the TV news. You're listening to the bad stuff that's happening to the mayor. You're listening to what's happening in the White House. Every day you feed your brain, you feed your mind with this, and it leads you into depression to see like what the government is doing, and it's not. The government is as someone would say last night. God bless you, sister. During the prayer session we had last night. So like someone would say, the government is lining the pockets of the rich and the poor. They keep taking away from the poor and keep giving to the rich. And what's to help the poor? They're cutting it. They're killing that. And before you know it, you start feeling depressed. Your perspective of the world is changing to a negative. You hear about Gaza. You hear about Ukraine. You hear about, England. You hear about Thailand, you hear about Pakistan, India. They're fighting here, fighting there. Devastation here, earthquake here, millions of people dying, thousands of people dying. Bombs are dropping here and there. And men are invading other people's land, and you hear all these things over and over. Jamaica, the disaster. You hear of people trying to help people in Jamaica, and there are men who are committing violence, who are robbing them, who are, you hear of these things over and over, and it leads you into depression. You start have this negative feeling, this bad feeling. And so even when it comes to family issues like your man can't get it up no more. You marry this man with understanding that this man will satisfy you, and him not satisfying you no more. He can't get a erection anymore. That can be depressing to a woman, and it can also be depressing to the man himself. The man himself fall into depression. Am I talking to somebody here? This is real talk, right? Sterling in the morning, real talk. I don't know, man. I need to stop right here. What time is it? I need to stop right here. But I hope you're enjoying this. Share the link with somebody. You can subscribe if you have not subscribed as yet. Leave a comment if you can. Right, and so let's hit that like button if you have not done so as yet. But in order to do that, you need to subscribe. You need to be on YouTube with me. All right, Facebook, thank you so much for locking it in. I'm not sure if there's anyone still on Facebook with me, but it's Real Talk, Sterling in the morning right here. So we're talking real talk right here. Your man cannot get it up anymore. He can't perform. All right. How is that with the woman? What's going on the woman's side? The woman seems to be losing interest, not interested no more. Why? Because of issues she's facing with, issues she's going through that she's not talking about. Lord, help me, Jesus. Help us today, Lord. Right? She's not sharing, she's not talking no more. She don't want you to touch her no more because things is going on. All right. All right. So yeah, so we're not just picking on the man. I'm not picking on the man. I'm just picking on the man right here, right? So yes, the man, you thought that he was a bedroom bully. All of a sudden you find out that he's a bedroom deer. Or he might be a bedroom lamb. All of a sudden you find out the man is a bedroom lamb. He's not a bedroom bully no more. And therefore, you are having an issue. So we got to be Lord have mercy. Let me behave myself here. We know about death in the family, one of the number one cause of depression. Someone close to you have died. Someone close to you, a relative, cousin, uncle, aunt, niece, nephew, grandma, grandpa, husband, wife has died, and that can lead you into depression. So you got to be careful with that. In order for you not to fall into depressive mood, you need to talk about it, share it, cry. It's okay to cry. Big man, it's okay to cry. As a little boy, they always beat you, hit you. Don't cry, shut up. You know what I'm saying, Sister Reynolds? Right? They slap you across the back, say, shut up. Dude, you are spanking me, you are hitting me, you are inflicting pain on me, and yet at the same time you're telling me to shut up. How is that? How is that? You inflicting pain and you telling me to shut up. Don't cry. Boys don't cry. Big men don't cry. Really? Oh yeah. Let it out. And some of you are trying to be, this Christian that is so, well, they're going to heaven. They're in heaven. Some may not cry because they're in a better place. And deep down within, you're bawling. Deep down within, you're hurting. Deep down, let it out. That's how God created you. To release pain is to cry. The answer and the antidote for pain is crying. The more you cry, is the more healing comes. All right. So what again? Your man couldn't satisfy you. Man couldn't satisfy you at all. It's not that you have white liver. I'm not going to be stereotyped because they have a stereotype where they say only. I'm trying to be good right here. I'm behaving myself, right? Stereotype. Right? Where they say stereotype, Indian people have white liver, right? They usually try to tell you that if you're an Indian, you can't get enough sex. That's a lie. You don't have to be an Indian. You're trying to say Indian, so that's stereotype. That's stereotyping or whatever you call it again, scapegoating and all. That's not so much scapegoating, but stereotyping, yes. So your man cannot satisfy, your woman cannot satisfy you. This is real. This is real. And yes, I understand you might be so-called I'm a evangelist. Oh, I'm a bishop, I'm a pastor, I'm an apostle, I'm a this, and so you don't have no sexual needs no more because you carry those titles. So the archbishop, because he's now an archbishop, because he's at this level, you don't need to be satisfied no more. You just take what you can get and get what you can take, and that's it. I'm good to go. The devil is a liar and the truth is not in him. All right? So you got to understand, folks, this stuff is real, man. This is real, right? Oh, my goodness. I wish somebody was here listening to me. All right, so this is Real Talk. Once again, 917-455-3072. I know a lot of you women out there, long time you have not been satisfied or ever been satisfied. And there's the same thing with a lot of men out there. Long time they have never been satisfied and it caused them to be depressed. We're talking about depression now. We're not talking about other stuff. We're talking about falling into depression. And it can be temporary depression. You can be, depression don't have to be long term. It can be short term as well. So all right, and the depression have a psychological effect. When I started the program out, I wanted to be so professional and using all these professional big terms, but the Lord didn't lead me down that direction because, of course, we can be so profound in our language that we speak to only a certain set or a certain dialect of people, but yet the others are left in the dark. So I wanted to reach everybody. So even though I can be prolific and be profound and can use big words, even though sometimes I can't call all the big words, but nevertheless, it is to be noted. All right. So yes, there's psychological defects on people when it comes to being depressed. All right. So once again, we talk about news. We talk about bills. Let's talk about bills. Bills are not paid. That can lead you into depression. You can feel real bad, real low, real negative about it. Right? Your bills are not paid. They're not paid on time. Your credit is taking a shot. You just can't get your credit score up. Bills are affecting you, which can lead you into that you can't pay your bills. You can't pay it on time because the money's not enough. You have money coming in, and before you get it, it's spent. Hello, somebody. Are you hearing what I'm saying today? Yes, I can tell you about that. When my mama died, I went into a depression for 5 months. Wow. My sister, I wish you could call. Give me a call, sister. Give me a call. What time is it? Lord, we're running out of time. But nevertheless, yeah. So death in the family, yes, can God wants you to reach real people. All right. So yes, so death in the family. Even till this day, some people for a year, they're still feeling the effects of the loss of a loved one. So yes, so can't pay your bills. Why? Because you alone is putting out that money. You know what I'm saying? You're not rich. Come on, if you were rich like Puff Daddy and what you call them, other Elon Musk and Warren Buffett and all those people and Bill Gates and Joel Osteen and I don't know who else is TD Jake and you name it. They rich. Cliff O'Donnell and all these guys got this big money going on and they can pay their bills any time. They can handle it. Can look at you, look at you. Before you get the money, it's spent, and when you get it, it's spent, and when it's spent, you don't have nothing left. You like still in the red. You're still negative. That can be depressive, man. Come on, let's be real. And it doesn't matter whether you're Christian or not Christian. It goes across the board, and a lot more Christians are experiencing this. Let me talk the truth, somebody. Hello, hello,
Yes.
hello.
Hello, good morning, good morning, good morning. This is real talk, real talk. We need this more.
Hear this one, sister. Your man is gay.
Yes.
You're married to the man and you're with him. Lord have mercy. Y'all don't want me to talk about this, you know. Your man turns out to be gay after you married this man. You know how many women are experiencing that today? All of a sudden,
Yes.
your man is, let alone your child is gay. But then you
Gay.
find out that the man you're married to is gay. Oh, God
Oh,
have
Jesus,
mercy.
Jesus, that would send me in a spiral.
Sis,
That
hello.
would
What's
send me in
up?
a spiral.
We almost done.
I would in a spiral. It would have sent me way, way, way where I didn't want to go.
God,
It
for
would
real.
send me way, way, way in
Oh,
a spiral.
Jesus.
Because I
Mm-mm.
can tell you,
Mm.
it's not easy. It's not easy because when my mom passed away, I went home and I buried my mother.
Mm.
And I came back. I didn't cry the whole time. I was there. I didn't cry. And
Wow.
when I came home, it hit me like a ton of bricks.
Mm-hmm.
I stayed away from, I shut down 5 months straight. Lay in my bed, I didn't want to do nothing.
Mm-hmm.
5 months. I only mustered the strength to get up and take a shower, eat some food and all that. But
Yeah.
I didn't do anything. I didn't want to go out. I didn't want to do nothing.
My God, look at that.
And I was laying there. That's why I know God has a purpose and a plan for my life. I was laying there
Mm-hmm.
and I literally heard the voice of God said to me, my daughter, you need to get up
Mm-mm.
because there's work for you to do.
My God.
And this is why now I am stronger than ever in my life. In spite of, I may be going through some stuff, but I'm not going to let it distract me from the work that God has for me
Mm-hmm.
because He's carrying me through. I had this conversation yesterday with somebody, and I said, all that I'm going through is just a distraction from what God has in store.
Mm-hmm.
I know it's important. All of what's going on is important because it's life and we have to think about it. But we can't let it dwell. We cannot dwell on that
Yeah.
because if we dwell on it, it's gonna spiral. Even in this country, I remember I was going to church one morning and I just literally heard the voice of God and said, I don't want you to watch no news again. Stop watching the news because if you're watching news, you're gonna get depressed.
Okay.
And I haven't watched the news in a while.
Mm.
But I get tidbits now and then, a
Mm.
little bit. I get a little bit now and then. But I'm stronger
Mm-hmm.
because that I can help somebody go through
Yes, yes, yes.
that
That's
they're
that's
going
it.
through
Yeah.
right now.
Yes.
Because
Yeah.
I can tell you, I get calls
Yeah.
from people and I'm listening to them going through their struggle.
Yeah. Yeah.
You understand? While I'm going through mine.
Mm-hmm.
But I know God is building me up so that I can help somebody
Mm-hmm.
while they
Mm-hmm.
go through. So I
So,
know what they're going through. Now, if my husband that I marry and I love so much, just saying, and found out that he's gay, what
uh-huh.
am I going to do? How am I going to deal with that? That's a question.
Yes.
Or my wife that I love so much, come to find out she's in love with somebody else, and it's another woman.
Uh-huh.
Now, how am I going to deal with that other man? I'm going to
Yeah.
feel less of a man. No,
Yeah.
no, you're not less of a man. She wasn't there. She wasn't yours from the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why when we are choosing a spouse, we have to go to God first and let God choose a spouse that we are supposed to get. Not because the man look good or the woman look good, they have Coca-Cola shape and the man have six pack.
Mm-hmm.
No, go to God first and say, God, I want you to choose my spouse that I need. And once you choose, He choose the spouse for you because you may not like the spouse at first when you met them. You say, oh, they're just bland, they're just not looking my type, and it's not my type. But what you don't understand is that God chose a person for you because the qualities that you have, that person backed it up. So it's completed. You see, a
Yeah,
lot
but
of depression that's going on
that's
right
easy to
now.
say, sis.
No,
I,
it's not.
I
No,
hear
it's
you.
not easy to say. No, no, no. Listen, I'm going to tell you this. And
Mm.
it's the truth. And I've learned it in my life. That's why I know
Mm.
whatever I'm speaking of, I've experienced it. I'm not talking the gay part. I had
Mm.
in my life, I'm a grown woman. I'm not a child. I've had relationships and the man looked good. I mean,
Yeah, let's
really
talk. Let's talk. I mean,
real,
talk to
you know,
me. Talk to me.
strong man and looking
A
good and
man
all that.
look
And I'm
good.
like,
I never make a man
grown
look
man
good. What do you
looking
mean
all
a
that
man look
good and
good?
everything. Yeah. And I said, boy, I like that man.
Mm.
But did you know that man never wanted me?
Right.
He never loved me. He loved
Mm.
what he could get.
Mm.
He just wanted to know I look good and we look good together, but that was it. It wasn't the person God wanted me to marry
Mm.
because we would have separated already. I would have, whatever would have happened already.
Mm.
So because the person looked good, you remember, you remember in the Garden of Eden. We're talking Bible now. The Garden of Eden, right? When a lot of people we're talking about what the devil came in with. Did you know that he was a good looking person? Because he was kicked out from heaven. He was handsome. And he saw
No.
somebody what she liked. She said, oh my God, my
No.
husband don't look like him.
Oh no,
So I'm going to
no,
take a
no.
piece of that part. And,
No, sir.
whatever happened. No, it's the truth. And
No,
then
sir.
her eyes became open and said, oh my God, I made a mistake.
Mm-mm.
Well, in form of it comes in the form of like they said, give you the story of an apple. Yeah, they're gonna use that story because that's the story they're gonna let you believe.
Mm-mm.
Real talk,
Ah,
real talk. So you see, in relationship that you're choosing, even for their children, you cannot choose somebody for your children. They have
so
to choose who would be right for them.
all right, all right. I hear you. I hear you, Mama. I hear. I hear all that you're saying, right? But what I want to do right now,
Hmm.
um, I want to go back to um. You said that you went into depression for 5 months when your
Yes,
mom died. Help me to
yes.
understand um the effects of the passing of your mom that drives
Okay,
you to that level.
okay. Because my mom and I was very close,
Okay,
really
you're very
close,
close.
really,
Okay.
really close. Because we talk
Mm.
like 3, 4 times a day. Even when I'm at work, I will call
Okay.
her. and we will talk about anything because
Mm-hmm.
she's like an advisor to me, as a daughter. And when all through her life it was me, we talk. It's more, I have brothers and sisters, but I'm just saying, because we were pretty close.
Right.
And when she got sick,
Yeah.
we still talk. And I remember the last time I spoke to her on the phone,
Mm-hmm.
she said, "You're gonna let me die and you don't come and see me?"
Mm.
Now, that break my heart, but I wasn't expecting her to die. So when I got there, I went
Mm.
straight from the airport to the hospital,
Okay.
and I spoke to her and I said,
Mm-hmm.
"Mom, I'm here." And she looked at me and she opened her eyes. I said, because she always called me Whirler Girl. She always give me names. And so she called me Whirler Girl.
Mm-hmm.
I said to her, "Mom, your Whirler Girl is here." And she looked at me and she smiled.
Mm-hmm.
And I left the hospital that day. And while I left the hospital, she died. I didn't know.
Okay.
I was getting ready to go back to the hospital the morning.
Okay.
And when I called, they said she died last night.
Mm-hmm.
Now, that hit me like a
That,
ton of brick because I said, she waited until I come, then she died.
so you're saying that was devastating for you,
It was.
knowing
It
that,
was.
okay, mom, I just spent some time with you. You seems like you were okay, like you could hold on, but then you wait till when I leave. So you deprive me of seeing you taking your last breath. So that's what you were
Yes,
feeling.
yes, yes, yes. And 7 days after she died, I buried her and I came back. I was all jovial. Jovial with
Right.
everybody. I laughed, but it was hitting. It was hitting. I
Right.
was
Right.
tearing up inside,
Right.
but I didn't tell anybody. I just make it appears
Yeah. That you are
to
holding
I
strong.
was
So
okay. Yes, I was holding
so
strong,
you show that
but I was
yeah, but
dying.
you are dying inside.
I was dying inside.
Yeah. That's what, so I'm helping you to identify that's what led you to
That
the stage of depression because you were
yes,
holding you were okay, um you were masking. You were wearing a mask,
yes, I was wearing a
right? You
mask.
were wearing
Yes,
a
that's why
mask.
he on. Thank
And
you.
at the time you didn't you were aware but you weren't aware. You know you were wearing a mask, but you weren't aware that you were wearing a mask because you didn't understood at that particular
That
time
time,
that
yes,
it's a mask you are
it
wearing.
was a
and
mask I
and
was
there are
wearing.
so many
Yes,
people who are experiencing that
experience the
today.
same thing.
They are
Yes,
trying to, and it's like, okay, I'm trying to hold strong for the family when it's
yes,
actually you are trying to deal with what the passing of your loved one, and you are
yes,
using the family as that nucleus or as that foundation or as that
yes.
mask to say, well, I'm holding strong for the family because
hmm
somebody got to hold strong,
Somebody got a hold strong.
but
But then
nobody's holding strong for you.
when I came back, all that hit me because I couldn't call her then. See, I couldn't call her, which we normally had that conversation every day. We will
Hmm.
talk and stuff like that. I couldn't call her. Now,
Hmm.
that part of me was
Reality.
missing. So
Hmm.
it just came down all at once on me.
Yeah, reality starts to sink in. So, all
Thank
right.
you.
So how? So today now, moving forward, how
Yes.
would you encourage someone who have lost? They never see the person took their last breath. So we're talking about that. We're not talking about
hmm
persons who saw, when their loved one took the last breath. Well, we're talking about someone who never, you were there, but you didn't see when they take the last breath. And
hmm
now today, what would you say to such an individual?
For me, I would have them speak because if I had someone to sit me down and let me vent then or speak while this is going on, maybe I wouldn't have went in depression.
Mm-hmm.
Because now is a time for you to listen while it happened,
Mm-hmm.
when it happened. So because of that, if you don't listen, they won't. If you say to them, how you feeling,
Mm-hmm.
you're allowed to cry.
Mm-hmm. But
Don't even cry, bawl.
well,
You know what I mean?
okay. Yeah.
Bawl. Get it out.
Well,
Get it out.
yeah.
Since you see, after my mom passed away,
Getting
I'm gonna
another
tell you this.
call. So yeah,
Yeah,
hold
yeah.
for a
One
minute.
second. After my mother passed
Yeah,
away,
go ahead. Mm-hmm.
I had
Yeah.
two more deaths in my family. My
Getting another
dad and
call.
my brother.
So yeah,
And my
hold
brother
hold
was
for
the
a minute.
last one. But I knew how to deal with it through. I didn't go in a depression.
Mm-hmm.
I spoke about it. I
Right.
had people to talk to. So now I can do the same for somebody to
Mm-hmm.
get them where they need to
Where they
be,
need.
that they're not in depression.
Right.
So this conversation, we got it's gotta be, it's a broader topic, and we gotta continue this conversation. It's not gonna this is not, this is part two. We gotta do part
Yeah,
two.
yeah, we're gonna do another part two still, but yeah, blessings. All right, so we'll
God
talk
bless you.
again some more. We're gonna
Yes,
explore some more. I appreciate you. Thank you
yes.
so much. Right,
All
Sterling in
right,
the
God
morning
bless you.
here.
Have a
This is
blessed
Real
one.
Talk, folks. We got evangelist.
Not chop talk, real talk, not chop
That's
talk.
right, Real Talk. So talk to the chaplain. So bless you, sis.
Okay, God bless you.
Appreciate you for calling in and sharing your
Yes,
experience. All right, we'll talk some more.
yes. Okay.
It's blessings unto you, woman of God. Thank you for calling in the program here. Sterling in the morning, Real Talk. Speak to the chaplain. I know you're a chaplain yourself, but talk to me. What's on your mind? What's going on?
I just listening to some of those, and as chaplain, they will believe that greetings to the radio world, where the word is alive and that our life transforms. Just to let you know that there are times when, as chaplain, you go through your period to your peak period, right? But when you are called to be on the front line as a chaplain, depression is one of the first and foremost um, subject that
Subject.
your client and go through.
Yeah.
And the very fact, like when you start the subject matter, your presence is the ideal motto for chaplaincy. It's not so much to talk, but is a presence. When
Presence.
you are there and they know somebody's right there, what they think, what they plan to do, what they intend to get done is right there. It's like, okay, somebody's in my space so they
Mm.
can understand. So I appreciate it. We are all human, so we go through it. And I want to say to somebody, never feel guilty because I have a daughter who doesn't speak. And
Mhm.
when she's going through, she's quiet. Today's her birthday. She's 37.
Happy
And when she's
birthday.
going
Yeah.
through, today's her birthday. And she doesn't talk.
Mhm.
3 months, and I have to reach out. And he said, we have to break the ice and go get them talking to us. That's a fact. I have to sometimes reach out and say, wait, you forget your mother? Oh, man. Oh, man. Hey, wake up. And it's just that, which the son is so different. I said it to him, and he makes sure he keep the tab up. But and when
Mhm.
he is going through, he goes in his bed. Hey, honey, suck that finger, big old boy, suck it plenty.
Uh-huh.
No,
Yeah.
but he that finger restored. He never used to be for a while. That finger become anytime that finger restore me, we can tell him, I'm going to get some phone mess. He said so he can wash it up.
But
He's not talking this stuff.
but let me
No.
ask you something.
But when
Let
you
me
look at
hold
the
on, hold on. Let me ask you, at the time when he was expressing or showing those symptoms, did you know that it was depression at the time? Did you know?
I didn't know he's
That
depression, but I know he's going through something.
right. That's
And
that. Thank
yeah, I
you.
know he's going through something,
Thank
and he
you.
don't want to talk about it.
Right.
And it doesn't matter how much confidence I build in them to say, tell me. Because one day
Mhm.
we had a family conversation, and they say, oh, mom, we ain't telling you nothing. You will go kill people.
Mhm.
Not rather kill me just to go vex. I mean, just to go hold one short. And so you can't do that to me kids.
Yeah.
So they wouldn't tell me, but they know that me is very, very stern. And so they don't know my decision when they give me information. But I feel better if they tell me. Because then I can handle it.
Mm-hmm.
Because they are battling it, I can handle it.
Yeah.
And so when I can handle it, I'm able to listen, may not give them the advice right away, because sometimes you have to listen and ask God to process it for you. And you don't want to be wrong, and you don't want to give the wrong advice. And so when they know you can hear and listen, sometimes them they say, Mom, you don't hear what me say? I say, yes, I hear you, but I want to give you the right answer, so I am processing it. Right? Or I don't answer same time, and then a couple of days pass, and I said, you know, you said something, and look at what happened just now. You believe that's going to work out in the case? And so I bring a scenario. Or you open a conversation, and then begin to blame me from, me know myself,
there you go.
the subject.
There you
So
go.
me take the blame, I don't need to come in my face. Me take the blame
Yeah.
and say, all right. Well, since I was so bad, then I'm a bad mother.
Yeah.
No, and then then they begin to explain. You say, okay, you first apologize. Little after now, then feathers are blowing like a great tsunami, meet their wings and they start fly again. But as soon as they get into this place, it's as if it affects me so much that I myself began to search, what is it? What is it? Not that all the answers are done, but, you know, you get across to say what you have to say.
Wow.
And I love how that woman talk about her daughter being pregnant.
Yeah.
You know, there's so much things that their confidence level is so low that they don't want to share.
Yeah.
Which is the best person to share it to is we. How we know exactly what to do with that.
Yeah.
But when they don't share it, we don't know. But depression is real. It takes the best of us, and I want to tell you that these money, multi-millionaire is more depressed than the people who doesn't have.
We don't have.
Yeah.
Woo, that's
they are
real.
more depressed than the person who doesn't have.
That's real.
Why? They can't sleep. They don't know what to be thinking. They don't know how much they're going to count for the next blow. While you and I, settle with one penny, is so relaxed. And they have many and they can't sleep.
Wow.
So the reality is, and they're more depressed. Why do you think they commit suicide? Why do you think they take pills to produce? Many of them are on pills. Because what is happening around them, their brain is has expanded. And so it cannot, that's why God said, my thoughts towards you is greater. And he said, you can't process what I do or what I'm doing. Because why? It's far bigger than your imagination. Yeah. And so the process that they go through, it affects them. Look how much people they have trillions and trillions and billions of dollars. More depressed than you and I.
Yeah.
And when pastors are depressed, it's because some of us don't hold reality. I tell them reality, you have to be human to come out of this depression. You have to be human.
Wow.
When I say human, because many pastors preach fantastic gospel, but when it hits home, they can't handle it. So wife gone, children gone, this are happening in the house, and they can't realize it because they live a plastic gospel. The gospel is real. Paul said, I bear in my body the mark. People mean Paul agrees with what the gospel says, and he wears it like an everyday garment. He said, I am betwixt and between. So often, when you are betwixt, God's process allows to work.
So here's the reality, sis. Here's the reality. Here's the reality, okay? It's not the money It's not the money that's gonna make the person depressed, It's not the lots of money. And and it's not the lack of the money. The money itself doesn't cause the depression, but it has a psychological impact on the individual itself. That's what causes it. It's the psychological effect that the lack of it, or or having some. It's not even so much having too much or having it, but the lack of it can bring more of an effect than having it, and yet the money cannot fulfill the other things that are lacking in your life, or if you understand what I'm saying.
The money answer all things, Ecclesiastes and 19. But
This is
money,
real
money,
talk.
and I will preach that.
Money
Money
answer.
answer something. Because
Okay.
the truth is, you have money and you're still miserable. You have money and you're still disturbed. Come on now, man. You have money and you're still, what you call it?
Unfulfilled.
You're
You're
still
still not
confused.
fulfilled. You're
You're not,
still
you're,
empty.
yeah, because you buy a lovely house, you deck it from the corner to
Yeah,
corner, you
you're
sit
still.
there in nice peace. Because you sit down and you eat one bread and you eat a meal and you jump up outside like you hear news and you shut the door, look at it and you can't go inside. Because the reality is not home. It is just a place to rest itself with an aspect.
Mm.
And now you become a liability to your one place. Hey.
Mm.
So instead of appreciating what you have and
Mm-hmm.
appreciating what is there, no. You see it as a burden. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. And so it's not the money. It's a concept, and sometimes as in different generations, certain families have certain
Well,
privileges. And when the yoke is broken and it's begun to take shape, sometimes depression comes because it's growing too fast, it's happening too quickly.
okay.
Yeah.
Well, listen, the reality,
While some can
the
appreciate the reality that, hey, it's a regular
evangelist,
life.
the reality for
Yeah.
me, I rather have the money than don't have it. That's my reality right now. I rather
And,
have
and
I rather have it than don't have it, because
you rather have some too. And me remember when I was broken, and you
yeah,
can find an extra dollar now. I remember when I was broken, and I used to
yeah,
sit down and tell the children my philosophy,
yeah.
which is coming in my book, is it won't be this way all the time.
Mhm.
And people never understand why I kept saying that.
Yeah.
It won't be this way all the time. Why? Because I'm looking for the day when change comes. And I remember my first going out on mission. Mark, as an upholsterer at business. I work with Things Jamaica. I work with many of the. I was one of the youngest entrepreneur in
Mhm.
business.
Yeah.
Meet at National Arena. I was one of them.
Yeah.
Hyatt is the farmer name. I mean, meet with them and they used to wonder, and a lot of little things fall in its place.
Yeah.
But what transpired that I still was broke. I have to depend on the small people like myself to have it.
Yeah.
Back up to that, when God tell me to out of upholstery market, I have me learn out of upholstery. They have several things out of upholstery, and the children went to high school and colleges out of upholstery. But there are times when God said time to step forward. It was a challenge, but I let go. He had to really dig me out of that because I love that thing so much to finish those shares. But when he began to show me how to mold souls, and the first time I got a seed in my hand,
Wow.
I went to this restaurant in Ocherias and I took my armor bearers and said, we're going to eat till all of us stop.
Mhm.
Why? It's the licking poverty in its face and hunger in its face. That's enough of that.
Yeah.
And that
Okay.
was the breaking point to appreciate your labor, to appreciate
Yes.
his yoke being broken. Because I know I have money. I could have buy a big red snap on my plate. I don't pay $2,250 for it. So much over 15 years.
Mm.
Yes, and I helped her eat and I was happy. And then I'd go again and I buy oxtail and listen. And me cooking and me tell them come. Even when I never had, I used to invite people to eat by me. Now me tell everybody come till me start tell the pat them at church. Till me start to pat roast chicken. Listen, I get excited when that yoke break and people used to recognize it. There's something happening with you. I say yes because I'm having a little more and I can do something better. Yeah.
Yeah.
So depression when you don't have money is real.
Yeah.
And when you have money and you're depressed, it's real too.
It's
because
real
sometimes
too.
you know how to work it out.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. Thank you. Anyway, we got to run, so I appreciate you, woman of God. Nice, nice,
God bless
nice.
you. I'm happy to talk. I'm on the road a little bit, so I was able to speak.
Yes.
So I appreciate
Nice.
the opportunity to talk. Quite a good topic. Since this week, I was thinking about, I got to touch some of those topics on my radio.
Yes.
Morning Glory. So,
Yes.
yeah.
Nice, nice.
I mean, this time I've had then some people don't have what to put on the table. So
Mhm.
they're depressed,
Yeah.
and they say, where is God in this moment and all that.
Yeah. But
It's a good topic.
thank you. Blessings. All righty.
You're welcome, Dr.
We'll
Sterling.
talk
All right.
again. All right.
Talk to you again. God bless you.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, so it's Sterling in the morning right here, Real Talk, and appreciate each and every one of you. Man, what a thing, what a thing, what a thing. We got to move forward. We got to wrap this up, The holiday comes around where a lot of people are depressed too. I can speak for myself. Sometimes when the holidays come around, I can get into a little mood, temporary mode. I get a little way, but it's only temporary because I know how to handle myself. But some of you out there need to know this information because like we have seen here based on a lot of the calls is that folks were going through depression. Folks had their children going through depression, not knowing the signs at the time, not knowing how to handle it, how to identify it. And so today, I'm hopefully that those who are hearing this, those who are listening, are able to now identify in their own children or in their own relationship, in their own lives, what is really going on and how you can address it, how you can deal with it. So our next segment will actually either recap, continue, or we'll go into part 2 as to how to overcome depression. Mental health is really, really important. Remember, pound 988 is a hotline if you need help. Doesn't matter who you are. Doesn't matter what situation you're in. If you are able to dial that number, text that number, you are able to get some help. You will be able to get some help, rather. You'll be able to get some directives. Someone will be there to communicate with you. And so as we look at the various causes, this is just a few causes that I'm outlining. We talk about news, the TV news and family news and all these kind of news bombarding you, creating stress, putting stress on the cognitive thinking, putting stress on your behavioral, emotional, which we want to talk about the brain, the effect of the brain in a minute or two. So when we talk about the brain, this depression affects the brain in multiple ways. All right. So multiple parts of the brain is affected, and so we got to keep that in mind. We're going to address that a little bit, but I want to talk about relationship as well. In terms of the causes of depression, relationship can cause depression for a lot of people. And once again, depression is colorblind. Number 1, depression is colorblind. Number 2, depression is religious blind. Number 3, depression is what we call having no border whatsoever. Depression has no border, but depression is worldwide. It's global. All right. What else? They have another word when it comes to non-denominational. That's the word I'm looking for. All right. Depression is non-denominational. All right. So y'all take that, put that in your coffee or in your tea cup and drink it, all right, because that's the reality. So when it comes to relationship, right, you might be experiencing a bad marriage. Your marriage is not going the way you intended. And like I lately, I start to throw it out there and let people know, doing the marriage vow, which was number one, you need to know that the marriage vow was designed by man. Many of the marriage vow that you take today or you say today was actually designed by man. It's not really designed by God. If you go back to Genesis, the Bible says, therefore a man shall leave his wife and cleave. I don't know if that was a vow, but nevertheless, that's the part of the scripture where we get it, therefore a man shall leave, and cleave unto his wife, and the both shall become one flesh. All right, they are no more twain. Now, when we look at other vows, we understand in the marriage vow that you take, there is no something, say, happiness or sadness. For the vow that man has given you or us to say is for better, for worse, for what? For sickness or in health. What is it? For richness or poorer. All right. But you don't hear it say for happiness. You're not in it that say for happiness or for sadness. Yeah, for better, for worse. So if happiness means better, I guess that's part of it. And if what is it? Worse? For better, for worse. I don't know what worse might mean. What worse is what? So when it said for better, what does that mean? And when it said for worse, what does that mean? It means that when things are going sour or when things are not really great or whatever. So, and then again, the next thing, folks need to understand that the Bible didn't tell you that you can divorce your spouse because of infidelity. A lot of you get that from man. That's a man-made thing. That's not biblical. Don't listen. I'm not here to go into all that biblical stuff with you, but I'm just telling you the truth. When the scripture tell you about for fornication's sake, when Matthew mentioned fornication, if you are married already, you can't commit fornication. Hello. All right. So I'm just saying, I'm just waking you up and just making you alert. When you are married, you don't commit fornication. So if your spouse cheat on you, that's not a reason to put your spouse away or to divorce or to get. But a lot of you, that's what y'all do because that's man-made. That's coming from man. It's not coming from the scripture. So I'm just putting that out there to y'all, just making y'all wise, okay? Just imparting some what we call deep knowledge, all right? So nevertheless, just saying, all right? So relationship can create depression in terms of, if your relationship is going bad, whether you marry or not, So I'm not just speaking to married people, but you might be in a relationship. Relationship means you might be engaged. You might be, having what we call a common law life, okay? And that begins to go bad for you, and that can lead one into some form of depression, all right? So like I said, we're going to look at the brain part of it in a minute or two. So when we talk about not being married, for a lot of women today, they are not married. That can lead them into depression as well. But y'all don't want to face it. Y'all don't want to face the reality. You don't want to face the reality that you are not married, and that is leading you into depression at night. That is the reason why you go for that toy. Yes, this is real talk. Let me talk to y'all. I know some of y'all women are married too. Y'all got your toys hidden somewhere because y'all know what time it is. So when you are heading for that toy, it's because you are falling into that lonely state. You're falling into that stage of sexual depression. Lord have mercy. Let me behave myself. All right, let me go move on. So I don't want to spend too much time on that. I'm being real. Help me here. Let me be real. Let me be myself. I'm not that type of man. I'm baptized in lemon juice. Okay, I wasn't baptized in no lemon juice or lime juice. Hello, somebody. So I'm just keeping it real right here. This is reality. This is Sterling in the Morning, real talk. And yes, so a lot of women out there, you are not married. I'm not saying, remember, I didn't say all. So listen to my words and don't put words in my mouth and don't twist my word around because a lot of y'all are sensitive out there, and that's a form of depression. You're very sensitive. You're jumpy. You're fatigued. All right, everything somebody say, you twist it around to say what they didn't never say. So I'm saying some woman, a lot of women, not all women, okay, they reach for that toy to help them to not stay in that stage or in that form of depression. So y'all help yourself, okay? And I'm not condemning you. I'm not judging you. I'm just saying what the reality is. So don't come off and think that I'm judging you. Don't come off and think that I'm putting you down. I don't have no business with you and your bedroom stuff, okay? I know you ain't got a bedroom bully, so you got to do whatever you got to do to take care of your sexual desire, your sexual needs. That's on you. But I'm just stating the facts. I'm just stating the reality right here. All right? I know. Hey. All right. So now, with that said, okay, you might be pressured also. Pressured by your friend. So when it comes to relationship, you have a good friend, you have a close friend, and you're getting pressure from that person. Pressure in various different ways. You know, you have a friend, the friend could be pressuring you financially, the friend could be pressuring you spiritually, physically, mentally. You know, putting pressure on you is not good. And sometimes you tend to want to avoid the friend. You tend to withdraw. You tend to fall into a stage of like, oh my God, this is the only friend I have. And my friend don't believe me. My friend don't understand me. And they pressure me to do this, to go here with them. And I can't even make a choice on my own, because if I make a choice on my own, they are not happy. And so it is driving me crazy. And I'm not happy. And it leads you into a form of depression. That's right. Real. Listen to what I'm saying. All right, your partners, okay? Your partners. I know there are various kinds of partners out there, and I'm just speaking to you in general. Your partner can drive you to depression, okay? In many forms, shape, okay? Your partner, meaning sometimes you are the only one doing things. It's one-sided, it's lopsided, okay? Your partner is not pulling their weight. Your partner is not helping you out. As a matter of fact, parents, let's look at parents also. Lord, help me, Jesus. Right? So let's look at parents. You know what? Before I go to parents, let's look at co-worker first. Your co-worker can also pressure you. Right? So not just your friend, not just your partners, but your co-worker. You can go to work and be pressured by your coworker, and that drive you into depression. You don't want to go to work. You don't want to be in that office. You don't want to be in that space. You don't want to do any work. Sometimes you got to do their work, and it's burdensome on you, and you are being pressured to perform at a level that you are not comfortable performing at. And that creates pressure on you, and that can drive you into depression in whatever form, shape that might be. All right, and your children, Lord have mercy. Oh, Lord, pressure from your children. All right, you have some pickaninnies out there, some children out there. All they want is a certain type of garment, a certain type of books, a certain type of bags, a certain type of shoes, a certain type of food. I mean, they drive you crazy. Food, books, clothes, TV programs, computer, cell phone. They want the latest phone. You buy them a phone you can afford. They don't want that. They put you in a bind where you're worrying every day. You're worrying night. You can't sleep at night. You're thinking about how you're going to find the money to buy the phone, how you're going to get, where you're going to get the money from to give them to satisfy, to please your child. Or your son, all him wear is certain kind of brief. All he wear is certain kind of shoes. All he wear is certain kind of socks. All he wants is certain kind of t-shirts, certain kind of this, certain kind of that. And you're pulling the hair out of your head. Yeah, I know. Some of y'all need to pull some gray hair out too. But anyway, besides that, you're pulling the black hair out of your head. And before you know it, your head is gray. Grayer than, greyhound. Yeah, so you're pulling the hair out your head because you're being pressured by your children. And some parents, oh my God, you drive the children crazy too. Sometimes the parents drive a child into depression. You ever wonder why when some parents are at old age, the children don't want to have nothing to do with them? The son, you can't hear from your son. Your daughter, you can't hear from your daughter. Because what? You drive them into depression. They don't want to be around you. You treat them so bad. You spoke to them so bad. You tell them they're no good. You chop them in the head with the spoon, with the pot, with the cup. You do all these things to your child, and your child feels worthless, hopeless, and you drive your child into depression, and now you are trying to find out why the child is acting the way the child is acting, why the child is avoiding me, why the child, and you try to, that even when you're dead, they don't even want to attend your funeral. Yes, when you're dead, they don't even want to attend your funeral, because you drive them to that place where now they have to get psychological help. They have to be looking to a psychiatrist to help them out. All right, so listen, man, somebody said we got to continue this. Lord have mercy. So when we look at the brain, in a sense, there are different cortex of the brain. There are different portion of the brain. And so the effects of the brain, as we wrap it up right here, the effect of the brain, you have multiple parts of the brain that are affected. The hippocampus, all right, which has to do with the motor and the understanding of the brain. So we have that part of the brain that is affected. All right, we have what we call the prefrontal cortex of the brain, which is controls the emotion and regulate the brain, regulation of the emotions. So your emotions are regulated by the prefrontal cortex rather, and the cognitive part of your brain. So that prefrontal cortex controls all of that. And then we have also what is called the amygdala. Don't even that takes care of the emotional part of the processing of things for you. All right, so we talk about different parts of the brain, and here it is on the camera. I'm showing you various parts of the brain, as with the psychological part. When you talk about chronic stress, and chronic stress leads to depression as well. And we have a part of the brain that controls your neurogeneration and so forth. So here we go. All right, the chronic disease, neurological, all of these different parts of the brain are being affected. So that's just one section, one picture. Let me see if I can find another picture that. So there are many other parts, many other pictures out there that maybe you can take your time to brainstorm or to look up or to find. But nevertheless, man, the brain is a part of our body that needs to be protected. Okay, we need to protect it, and so when we talk about the effects of what we call depression on the brain, we got to understand that our brain, we must protect it. So when we look at the words I've just mentioned earlier, we talk about the parts of the brain that are affected by what we call depression. There it is, okay, right in front of your eyes. So the words that I cannot pronounce properly, like the hippocampus, all right, and the amygdala. Okay, we got to understand that this is very serious when it comes to your brain. This is the depression in your brain is very serious, because when the brain is not functioning right, when the brain is not operating right, it can affect the rest of the body. And hence we have disease, and we have pain in various parts of our bodies, and all these kind of things happens to us, and sometimes we don't know why. All right, so when we look at another what we call cause, will be disaster. Disaster is another major cause of depression, because you lost everything. You lost loved ones, you lost animals. You can spiral into a hopeless situation. You can spiral into a hopeless mood. You can spiral into hopelessness, and we don't want that for you. All right, so you want to stay strong, brothers and sisters. Stay strong. All right, so when we look at the emotions, emotional part of our brain. It is controlled by the amygdala, and so we got to be aware of protecting the amygdala. And when disaster struck, your emotion is very important to maintain, because you will get frustrated, you will get angry, you will get to a place of hopelessness, and so you want to be careful. Um, and so what depression can lead to, we got to understand depression can lead to several things, such as lack of sleep. When you're depressed, you can't sleep sometimes, or the opposite, too much sleep. You just can't get enough sleep. You can't get up out of bed. When we look at lack of sleep, it leads to tiredness. You're always tired. You can drive and crash because your lack of sleep. You're sleeping behind the wheel, and you can lose your life that way. Fatigue. When it comes to fatigue, you're jumpy. Fatigue, you're jumpy. You're always jumpy. Someone try to get your attention. Someone try to tap you on the shoulder. You're jumping around. You're fatigued. You're uneasy. All right, and that's caused by lack of sleep. That's caused by lack of sleep, or sometimes you're trying to cheat the clock. You're trying to cheat the clock. You're trying to cheat even yourself, and so you become fatigued. All right, mistrust. All right, so depression can lead to this mistrust, or even where you are always assuming things, making up things. You're always assuming. There are a lot of people out there who are just experiencing mistrust. You know anybody like that? When they're supposed to trust you. I understand the Bible says, put not your trust in man, put not your trust in horses and blah, blah, blah. But you got to still trust man to an extent. You still got to trust each other. You still got to trust me to an extent. I still got to trust you to an extent. And so, mistrust, right? Hence, we have a lot of that today. And people assume things all the time. And so, even when you have too much sleep, let's look at too much sleep. When you have too much sleep, ladies and gentlemen, you become lazy, right? You too much sleep. You just can't get up out. You don't want to get up. You become lazy. You have low energy. You don't have no energy at all to do anything, to go anywhere, and you become very low in energy. You are not energetic at all. And there are times when this also leads to body pain, laying down too much in the bed. You get peeing up, man. Yes, you get pains all over your body. Yeah, and so some people don't understand that. You can get callous also, laying down in the bed too long, laying in one position too long. You get callous, you get bed sore or something like that's what they call it. So you got to be aware of all these things, that when you sleep, listen, I'll kid you not. If you lay down every day in the bed, long hours, 9, 10, 15, 14 hours, you find out that you wake up with pain in body parts that you never thought would happen to you. All right? And what else? So, yeah, you can get temporary paralysis, like like my sister described earlier, that happened to her daughter. Shut down, paralyzed for a while. She was shut down. She became paralyzed temporarily because she was keeping stuff in. She get to that point of deep depression that she became paralyzed, couldn't move. She was alert, but just still couldn't move, and so forth. So, ladies and gentlemen, depression is a mood disorder, and it causes persistent, feelings of sadness at times, loss of interest. All right, which is called depressive disorder or clinical depression. So it affects how you feel. All right, can behave, and it can lead you to a variety of emotional and physical problems. You may have trouble doing things normally. You might have trouble going through the day in a normal way. You might have challenges doing your day-to-day activities, your chores that you're supposed to do. Instead of washing the clothes, you don't want to wash no more. The clothes pile up, and so I oh my God, I'm reflecting back on individuals that I know. All right, the clothes pile up. You don't wash once a month. You used to wash once a month. Now you wash twice. You wash every 2 months, right? You used to wash once a month. You wait 2 months before you wash. Then sometimes it's 3 months and you don't wash your clothes. You don't do nothing. You don't clean up your house. Some of your house is such a mess right now because you've been experiencing depression. I'm not talking about if you are not able to move around and to do things, but I'm talking about you are in a state where you just don't want to do anything anymore. You instead of washing the dishes out the sink, you pile it up, and you only wash it when you run out of dishes, when you run out of clean fork, clean cup, clean spoon, when you run out of clean plate. That's when you wash, because you are experiencing this form of depression. And some of you might be living with a spouse and you expect your spouse to wash it. You one plate, you put it down in the sink and you expect your spouse to wash it out for you over and over. Your spouse is washing it for you. Your spouse is taking care of things, but your spouse is noticing that you don't want to do it. Simple one plate, you put it down in the sink and you leave it there for the next day or two before you can wash it out. You're going through something. Face it. All right? You may have trouble doing normal day-to-day activity. And sometimes you may feel as if life isn't worth dealing with anymore. All right? You feel life isn't worth continuing to progress for you. You say, life go on without me, progress without me, life. And you find yourself in a very, very unfamiliar territory.
Sexual deprivation, sir.
Sexual deprivation, sir. Yes, sexual deprivation is right. You're too much. You are too much. You deprive. Oh, goodness. And it's not that you don't have somebody, It's the various reasons. So here you go. We covered some of that already. Thank you, sister. Okay. Now you give me a good laugh. Do I have any emoji? Let me see. Where my emojis at? Give me a good laugh. Where are my emojis? Oh my goodness. I had some emojis. Where they go? Yes, sir. So yeah. So that's what it is, Oh God. I tell you. Yes, sir. Oh my goodness. So love you all. Thank you all so much. Love you all. All right. Love. All right. Hey, it's a wonderful, wonderful feeling to be here this morning and to do this with y'all. So I went longer than I anticipated, but nevertheless, it's all right. Hopefully you can share this program with someone. And next time I'll be back on, we'll probably continue the conversation some more. And we'll talk about overcoming depression, how to deal with depression, right? And so that's key for us to understand how we're going to deal with it. Some of us, we watch TV. Some of us, we eat. Some of us, we drink. Some of us, we play. Some of us, we have, we enjoy each other. So you enjoy your partner and your partner enjoy you. You might travel, take a drive away, take a long drive, okay, look at nature, scenery, go for a walk, go and exercise. So there are various different ways of handling depression, and we want to look at some of that. All right, so hey, listen, thank you all for being here. God bless. I appreciate it so much. This is Sister Betty, and let me see. Sister Betty, a.k.a. Julie Jackson. Until then, here we go. Let's see if I can play this.
can say when I pass through, remember my heart accept it's but a stepping stone along the trail that's winding always upward. This troubled world is not my final home. But until then, my heart will go on singing. Yes, until then, with joy I'll carry on until the day mine eyes behold the city. Until the day God calls me home. This weary world, with all its toils and struggles, may take its toll of misery and woe. This weary world is like a waiting harbor. When it's released, it is destined for the skies. But until then, my heart will go on singing. Yes, until then, with joy, I'm gonna carry on until the day mine eyes behold the city. Until the day God calls me home. The things of earth will dim and lose its value if I recall they're borrowed for a while, and the things of earth that cause the heart to tremble. Remember they will only bring a smile. But until then, my heart will go on singing. Yes, until then, with joy I'll carry on until the day mine eyes behold the city. Until the day God calls me home. Yes, until
Yes, the music of Sister Julie Jackson. That's right. We bless the Lord. Thank you so much. Until the day my heart will go on singing. Ladies and gentlemen, remember. Righty, World AIDS Day. Wednesday, December 10, World AIDS Day. Wednesday, December 10. And so they will be having a celebration in Brooklyn Wednesday, December 10, between 10 a.m. and 2 p.m. at the Brooklyn Borough Hall. And that's 209 Girolamo Street, 209 Girolamo Street. And you can enjoy yourself in the Lord as they bring awareness to AIDS throughout the world. Now, the President of the United States have ordered folks not to use federal fundings or not to get involved with this World AIDS Day from a federal level. And that's what the president has done. Can you imagine? Right? This is the president of the United States, supposed to be for the people, which was elected by the people, is telling the federal government to hold back funds. And not only that, but not to participate by using federal funding, facilities, or anything to do with federal organizations, not to be a part or to get involved with World AIDS Day. This is where we are. 2025 in the United States of America. That's a shame. It's a shame. It's a disgrace. And it should not be. Okay? It should not be. And this is where we are. People who have suffered, died, and still battling against this AIDS virus. The federal government is pulling back their hands. Can you believe that? Of all the advancement that has gone forth in terms of finding a cure against AIDS, and this is where we are today. That's a shame. Also, I want to say my condolences once again to my dear sister and friend, Sister Doreen, on the passing of your loved one. May God give you strength continually as you journey through this hard time. Also, condolences to the families. I know some of you are on Twitter watching or listening to me. I want to say condolences to the family of the, that died the other day. I wanted to address that some more. But the National Guard member, a military personnel, young woman, just about 20 years old or thereabout, was gunned down by an Afghan person who, through the Biden administration, when they were removing people from Afghanistan, he was able to get asylum in the United States. And during the current administration, he was able to get some form of, relief or whatever it was that he has gotten. I'm not really here to go into the details of all of that. But just to make light of that, it was just a shame for that young military lady or personnel, National Guard, to be ambushed like that. The second person, a male, who's fighting for his life. And so the young lady, National Guard member, died. She succumbed to her wounds as she was ambushed in Washington, D.C., guarding the White House, facilities or the White House locals, or whatever it is. She was on duty. She was on duty, and she died doing what she loved the best, and that is defending her country. And so my condolences to the family as they mourn and grieve. And so I just wanted to make mention of that. Failing to say the name right now because I did not commit the name to my head, but I possibly can look it up real quick being that I'm talking about it, that's really what I should have done, is to, look it up and mention the name, because to call the name is important. But nevertheless, that's a oversight on my part, so I apologize for that. But thanks be to God. Let me see if I can correct that before I close the program completely. All right, here we go. Play one more song, Sister Betty. Matter of fact, I really didn't want to play no fast songs right about now. I'm not in the mood for no fast songs. So let me see if I can. Anyway, let me just play this and get it over with. All right, sorry. Play this and get it over with. Here we go. Yes. Like I was saying, and so to make honor of this precious life, and let me do it the right way, as I took the time to get the correct information. And so here it is. This person needs to be honored, and so as they set up what we call a makeshift memorial, not just a plaque, but a site, and at the location, they make what we call a makeshift memorial presentation for the West Virginia National Guard member Sarah Beckstrom, who was shot with a fellow Guard member Andrew Wolf outside a subway station near the White House in Washington, D.C. So there we have it. And so I pray that her death will not be in vain, as she was doing what she loves the best, and that is to be the protector of the United States of America. And so she was on duty and doing what she loves best, and that is protect her country. All right, so hey, God bless each and every one of you. Stay well and stay blessed in Jesus' name.
For you, because truly you are the center of my joy. Lord, I will praise you. Yes, Lord, I will lift you up and bow down to worship you. You are the beginning and the end.
Yes, as we cover the topic right here this morning, it's mental health situation, depression. And so, even as the story with the killing of the National Guard, Beckstrom, understand that the perpetrator, the person who did the shooting, actually, suffers from depression as well. And so, not to make an excuse and not to take away from what he did, which was horrendous and which was terrible, is that this person suffered, as it is said, according to CBS News source, after the shooting. Sources told CBS News that this person served on a CIA-backed operation team for about 8 years and said that he suffered from PTSD. I think maybe one day I might do a segment on that PTSD, because we have a lot of our military personnel who suffer from this, and not only military personnel, but other persons who serve not simply as military, but they suffer from post traumatic syndrome deficiency as well. All right. And so there are others who suffer from it and not being military, not having a military background, is what I'm saying. And so it is said that he and his family fled, Taliban threats in Afghanistan, and were brought, into the United States, right? And this happens in 2021. So here's this now: his asylum case was approved earlier this year. That we're talking about 2025. We are in 2025. So from 2021, he was in the country, but then his asylum was approved just recently, as of this year. And so over the weekend, it is said that Homeland Security suggested that he could have he could have been radicalized, rather. That's what they're suggesting, but that's no fact or truth to that. But nevertheless, that was said. And after coming to the United States, they obtained emails by the CBS. Well, the CBS News obtained emails also indicating that this person had mental health, and which deteriorated. So his health deteriorated mentally in recent years, and that he had become isolated and detached from his family. So this is building a case. That's the reason why he did what he did. However, I believe they are probably still looking for motive or stronger motive, but that in itself will give you an indication of the motive. This person, was really not working with a full deck anymore after suffering what he has suffered so much, and so he became depressed, and depression leads to him acting the way he acts and so forth. So it's real. And like we covered in our topic here today, that even in relationship, your very own spouses, your very own partners, your very own children sometimes become agitated, sometimes become fatigued, sometimes they just don't want you to talk to them, touch them, don't want to have anything to do with you. They might scream at you, yell at you, bark at you, become aggressive towards you, and it's because they are suffering from some form of depression. So, ladies and gentlemen, I appreciate you being here. May God bless and keep you, and may God cause his face to shine upon you. May God lift up his countenance upon you and give you peace. Be gracious unto you and lift up his countenance upon you and give you peace, both now and forevermore. Be blessed, be blessed, be blessed, be blessed. Take care now.
sing when I pass to remember. My heart takes it. It's but a stepping stone along the trail that's winding always upward. This troubled world is not my final home. But until then, my heart will go on singing. Yes, until then, with joy I'll carry on until the day mine eyes behold the city. Until the day God calls me home. This weary world, with all its toils and struggles, may take its toll of misery and woe. This weary world is like a waiting harbor. When it's released, it is destined for the skies. But until then, my heart will go on singing. Yes, until then, with joy, I'm gonna carry on until the day mine eyes behold the city. Until the day God calls me home. The things of earth